you're full of faggot. Hello.
Same shit every day.
Hello, everybody. My apologies. Yeah, before, did you actually say that on stream? So, right out the gate. No, I didn't say the full word. Anyway, I'm a bit hyper. I haven't really slept in like 48 hours because I was trying to get my video done. It is done. I'm going to premiere it after the stream here. I'm gonna go ahead and actually pop the link in the description. So we got a hard cutoff time of midnight UK time.
Welcome to Mineralogy Today, and where today's gem of choice will be the semi-precious agate.
Yes. This is a mineral stream, okay? Have you got the minerals, Spoon?
You got the stones?
Yeah.
Of course, agate, very well known, probably the best well-known member of the Chalcedony family.
Exactly. Yeah, we're just getting our rocks off here, okay?
Of course, they vary by region. There's agates everywhere these days.
Oh my god.
Sure.
Yeah, that was RIP monetization, so anyhow.
No, I think you can get away with that, actually. You'll be alright.
Maybe. We were just talking about agate.
Agate was,
obviously.
of course, discovered by the Greeks. The surprise of no one.
Yeah. So, anywho, so afterwards I'll be my video. That'll be happening. Apparently, Spoon's in some sort of mood today because the other thing is that I had to very quickly eat because I hadn't really eaten yet today either, and Spoon apparently has eaten too much. So what were you eating that has caused you some sort of pain?
Yeah, okay, do you want me to describe it all?
Well, we usually talk about food first. It's just
Do it in the
as
style
tradition.
of the countries of the world, like I did when I had to improvise off the fucking back of my hand.
That
Thanks,
was amazing,
guys.
by the way.
Yeah, just because I rose to the challenge doesn't mean it wasn't a bastard to do.
A bowl of porridge, about 75 grams, a half a liter of milk to go with it, almonds, 3 slices of bread, 2 with avocado and eggs, the other one had peanut butter on.
So far, so hipster.
Thanks for that. And then a chicken sandwich.
Good choice.
And then like 3 potatoes, and then more potatoes.
You can tell he stayed in Ireland for a while, folks, can't you?
Yeah, that's. I'm not designed. Like, I have a bottomless pit of a stomach, but like, goddamn, that is like pushing it.
No lie, bro. I wanted you to go ahead and talk about food there for a minute so I could eat the rest of my sandwich real quick.
You fucking played me.
Back to mineralogy for the rest of the stream.
We're gonna have a fun time here tonight. Because we do have some interesting topics.
Do you know why I ate avocados? Because avocados in this country are stupidly cheap. I can get a bag for like 6 of them for $1.
Well, do you want to hear my story? Actually, my food story.
Sure,
I had
go on.
You want to hear about my meat explosion? Yeah. So I also had a food story.
Your story. Like it's like when America makes films about how Vietnam made their soldiers sad, and all the Vietnamese people are in the corner like, I sure do love like Agent Orange in my skin. Like,
Well, yeah.
on a related note, my fucking fridge may never recover.
Okay, so look. Let me bring it up. Actually, I'll put it on screen. I'll show you guys what I'm making. I have made this many times. It's not even that confusing of a thing. I'll just I'm doing something a little bit different than what I usually do, which is
Hold on, let me bring it up first.
this. So I'm making shirmock, which is very similar to sauerbraten, which is a beef that you marinate for. Yeah, it's beef that you marinate for a long time. The only major difference in making Schirmock versus Sauerbraten is no juniper berries in the Schirmock. This is Swiss, Sauerbraten is German. Sauerbraten is probably my favorite dish in the world. I love it, so I always like any excuse to make something like it.
You love it so much that you used it to detonate an IED in my fridge.
I didn't mean to accidentally create an IED. Look, what I did is I put it in the Ziploc bag, and when I went to close the Ziploc bag, the little zippy part that actually allows you to open and close it and reuse it broke off, and I couldn't get it back on, so I said, well, whatever. It's sealed, it's fine, so it can go and marinate for a week, which is what it needs. And, Bill came home yesterday and he's like, the bag in the fridge, even though, I've been turning it every day as you do. He said the bag in the fridge, is looking like it's expanded a lot, and I don't know. It's wine is a major
That's
ingredient.
not a good sign.
Well, it's fermenting a little bit as it's supposed to. Anywho, I'll check it, but it exploded. I mean, it always does that with this kind of
when there's a
kind of
ziplock,
fermented.
normally there is a avenue by which pressure can be released. It can force the ziplock open and vent the gas. But when you don't, when the little tab
yeah,
is
you just
ripped
let out the
off,
gas. Yeah.
it's completely air sealed evenly.
Yeah.
So when the seam burst, it burst the entire way and proceeds
And
to
it's
dump
full of
all the
vinegar.
wine and vinegar
Yeah.
directly down the back of my fucking fridge.
Yeah. So
And guess what? Mine's a fridge that has a vent hole at the rear to prevent it damaging other stock. So it immediately pisses it out the ass of my fridge and destroys my fucking kitchen.
and so I was showing the video.
It looked
to
like my
Discord
fridge was caught
when
in
it
like
happened.
a prison shanking.
Yeah, this is just like red brown
It was
vinegar
in
and wine liquid all over the floor.
It managed to get into the freezer. I don't know how, which is
It
also a
was-
separate sealed subsystem.
So there was a meat explosion, but the Shermock should be fine. I don't know, whatever. I've actually never made this one before. I've made sauerbraten many times, but I'm hoping that's
imagine
good.
you won't do it again.
Oh no, it's not. The Sherlock, I'm sure it's fine. Again, the problem is just that the Ziploc bag, the little resealable thing, broke, so I couldn't allow it to. I couldn't open it back up to release the air as it was, marinating, semi-fermenting. So yeah. By the way, the reason I love it so much is that this process, putting it in wine and vinegar and stuff like this, and let it set for a week. And again, you have to rotate it every day. But that's all. It makes the most delicious pull apart meat. That's why it's my favorite. It's super good. Anywho, that's the food stuff out of the way. Let's I suppose the things to talk about today is my general sort of notes here. Obviously, there's been some stuff happening in the UK, a rise in nationalism, patriotism, at least expressions of it. I think that some of it is a little cringe, unfortunately. I also am worried people are going to get arrested, but so far they've not. There's some calls for it, but I always get worried about when people do things IRL in the UK, that it's a honeypot and they're going to get arrested. You know what I mean? And that's the whole point. Get you to go outside and do something so that they can fucking lock you up. However, it's overall I think it's pretty cool, and it has had some funny sort of it's produced some funny things. And then also we did a little glazing of AA last week, to be fair, in his back and forth with Stelios, and I have to say I don't completely agree with some of his framing of the OSA, the Online Safety Act. Just some of the framing, I think, and a little bit of the understanding of 4chan is a bit off. But I don't expect him to really understand 4chan that much. That's okay. I thought we'd watch his response to that, because people are big mad at him for his take on the OSA. The Online Safety Act again. Let's see what else. I've got some... Well, you just sent me that thing with... what's-her-face? Joy Reid.
Bitch Reid.
Yes, Joyless Bitch Reid.
Yeah, she's gone viral
Trump...
for being, well, a retard. Cause
Joy
what
Reid.
else is she going to go viral for?
Yeah. Actually, I think that the theme in general today, there is a running through line of sovereignty.
Stupidity?
And what is it? No, well, that too. But sovereignty, and what does it mean to be sovereign? What is the meaning of a flag? What does it mean to
what does it
plant
mean
a
to be
flag
sovereign?
somewhere?
It means
Yeah.
what I says go, and anyone that doesn't look like me or has my values, God, heritage, and bloodline can eat a dick and fuck off.
Yeah, based. How does it manifest? I'm saying, like, in terms of
With
politics,
an
how
iron
does this
fist
manifest?
and a sword to your neck.
Unfortunately, it doesn't appear that as
Sorry,
A's
do we not
argument
live in
for
the
the
16th century?
A's
That's
argument
kind
for
of
the
the way.
OSA, his argument about the OSA thing, largely was this is the UK. These are foreign countries that are doing this stuff, and it needs to establish its sovereignty. And then JD Vance told the UK to go pound sand, which is exactly what I predicted would happen. Because that was never going to happen.
AA's motivation is primarily motivated by fuck off America.
I get that too, but I mean,
Which is
this
understandable
like there's
because
no way.
He's very well
Yeah.
versed when it comes to the American history with regards to the British Empire. So he harbors a strong, historically backed grudge for a reason. So if anyone wants to understand, like, why does AA have this, like, fuck off energy towards
Well.
the Yanks. It's because of that.
Yeah.
Well, I have the exact same thing with the English for how my people were treated historically by them. But even I know this is a situation that really does require putting one's prejudices aside for a moment.
Yeah. I think overall, there's some misunderstanding about some things, and in my opinion about the OSA, and I think AA agrees with us, is that for whatever reason England gets used. England gets used as a as a testing ground for obnoxious shit that every country is planning on and intending to implement. We talked about it weeks ago now. Well, Australia as well. And again, Australia has already some laws in place that are similar to the OSA and has another bill that is in the works that will do the exact same thing. America has 2 laws, and one that is just needs to go through the House now, I think, in terms of being debated on, the Kids Online Safety Act. That is the exact same thing as the OSA in England. And again, the fact that AA wasn't familiar with all that stuff, I think maybe he got a little... had to reorient his initial interpretation of people's reaction to it and the 4chan stuff. I also agree with some of the 4chan stuff as well, in that 4chan is a cesspit and a honeypot. No, I think he was just clarifying some of the stuff on it.
Okay.
At least he did say that to me, at least, about the practicality issue of it. Because the practicality issue is a big problem here. And again, we've already seen right now, as is on the screen, that JD Vance said, did you say please? No, you didn't say please.
How the fuck?
Get fucked, you know?
How the fuck has a entire argument about the English government very blatantly being a bunch of tin pot pissant tyrants turned into how can we make this about how we hate Americans just because they chimed in on the matter?
I think it's because the Americans... I think it's because they had this strange interpretation that Britain is somehow going to tell all of the world how to run their internet. And I'm like, where did you... How did that even happen? Where?
I don't know.
That's the main thing I saw a bunch of people spurg about it, and I went, how did any of you get this? I didn't get that.
Well, I don't think most people watched it. Well, then
why the hell are they spurging useless tosses?
Well, front-loading that historical thing, I think, might have just made people go, what the fuck is this waffling? I'm not going to watch it.
How dare the English do things? Like, oh, fuck off, yeah.
Yeah, well, the problem is that this makes the UK look incredibly weak. Because my solution, what I said to Aya on Twitter, and I'll put it this way, again, is that if countries really do want to establish and maintain their sovereignty on the internet, then the solution is what the Chinese do, which is to install a firewall around your entire country's internet. And if it really was about protecting the children or protecting the nation from external influence, then a national firewall makes a hell of a lot more sense and appears strong comparatively to meekly going to U.S. companies or companies based in every country on Earth and asking them, please take this down, please, accommodate to our new rules, or else we'll try to sue you and maybe win. And then, obviously, like I said, we have right here, they try to do this with Apple because it's not about, it is not actually about protecting children. It's not about protecting from outside influence even or any of that. This is about digital ID. And look, I know people are like, well, the government already knows everything you do. Yes. This is also about limiting your ability to access information. It's about getting more access to everything you do and think. To creating profiles, particularly with new AI technology, to create profiles of people that are, totalizing, encompassing. Every single thing that you do or think or believe, every thought, pre-predicted essentially by AI. You will have no freedom to do anything online. The upside of it is that I think it will make people do more things in real life, which is probably a good thing. However, going, pleading with different companies all across the world to please listen to our rules or else we're going to fine you is not a sign of dominance or power or sovereignty.
Okay, I'm just going to cut
in my opinion.
Again, I want to cut to the fucking marrow on this matter, which is, this sounds like someone being told they're going to be executed tomorrow, arguing what caliber they like to be shot with.
Well, that's the thing. It's going to... He is right about this. And it's why we brought it up
if the words
weeks
"it's
ago.
Gonna happen anyway" come out your mouth, you're a fucking defeatist. You might as well roll over, stick your ass out the window, and let the whole world fuck you.
Well, it is going to happen anyway, and there's not really anything people can do about it. That's why I talked about it
There's
weeks ago.
something they
now.
can do.
Well, yeah, okay,
Get
without
off their asses.
posting.
Get off their asses for once and go out and fucking do something for a change.
Well, and I'm shocked, and I actually was talking to Uzlu about this last night. I do wonder if the reason they're not arresting people yet, so much for, I think there were some arrests about the Bell Hotel, which, by the way, they've said they're going to move the migrants out of. Doesn't mean they're
Down the
going
road.
back home, by the way. They're going to another hotel, I'm sure.
Don't you love when governments employ the same tactics that people used to give the Catholic Church shit for using? Just move them to another diocese. It'll be fine.
Yeah,
People
right.
forget.
Yeah, right, yeah.
When in reality, it was all about
it's a
moving
good
people
thing
around
phase.
schools.
No, I don't think it's a good thing, and I don't think. By the way, I don't think AA believes this is a good thing either. He said as much that he doesn't think it's a good thing and he doesn't like it. But look, the reality is that every country on Earth, the EU is also set to do the exact same thing. In the next couple of years, every country on Earth is going to be doing this stuff.
It's time for guillotines.
Outside of that, no, there's nothing people can do about it. And the
Can you just pull up
The way
this
this is-
random headline just because this is just a nice pick-me-up? I think it's funny.
yeah, that's good.
That's what we're experiencing.
It really is. This is very much this vibe. This
Are you
energy.
tired of being oppressed by tyrants? Stop acting less gay. Stop acting so fucking gay.
Being bullied? Just act less gay, advise teachers.
That's the best advice that teachers have probably given in a very long time. And it's actually not bad advice. Like, just be less gay.
Stop being such a buffy about it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
You never got like there are plenty of homosexuals through history of just not taking shit. Try that out for size.
Yes. You're going to
one
take
second.
things, just do it
Message
behind
was
closed doors.
Okay, let's get into it though, shall we? I think we'll go through it as we
Hang
go
on,
through it.
I'm
right?
doing my personal assistant gig again. I'll be right.
Well, sorry, thank you, Bill. I thank you for the sandwich. Well, we went up to a restaurant yesterday. Actually, it kind of relates. We don't go out to eat often, but we were in town and we went out to eat, and there's just Guernsey flags all over the inside of this little bistro restaurant that we were at. I mean, every inch basically of the inside of that restaurant is covered in Guernsey flags, and
I told you to take a fucking picture.
I know, but it's not uncommon, and I would have felt weird maybe taking a picture inside a restaurant, like of the restaurant, not of like food or something, you know. Anywho,
Angle it past the fucking numpty.
but it's
Oh
not
my
uncommon
God.
over here.
I'm actually reading the story now of the acting less gay thing. It's basically like if a bunch of women just went to the like, look, all these boys are staring and touching me, and the response of the teacher is, "Have you tried wearing more clothes?" Is basically the response from a teacher,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
actually low key kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie, that's actually not a
yeah.
bad idea. It's like, oh, can you
Yeah.
just stop being so gay?
Just stop being so
idiot.
gay.
Yeah.
Have you tried being less gay?
Yes.
Deans for 10 says, my only problem with A's argument is him acting on principles. Principles without power are pointless. For my friends, everything for my enemies, the law. Yeah, General Oscar Benavides. That is a problem here too, is that particularly after last week when with a little bit of getting on Stelios for acting on or basing everything on principles and how he would like things to be versus how we would want things to be. Or versus how they are,
really
excuse me.
doing that though, because he's just saying like that is going to happen.
Yes, which is, but my issue with it and some of his response is that he did go back on some of the this is to protect children stuff, and I get that that's the easy argument. Why do you think it's the easy argument? It was planned to be the easy argument. It was planned to make it very difficult to argue against this without looking like a freaking pedophile, you know, because that's what everyone is saying. That's the framing. This is to protect children from being exposed to pornography. And if you're against it, you must want children to be exposed to pornography. You see, the game here is very simple.
this law put forward by Keir Starmer, who's one of his...
Well, no, it was
his-
actually put forward by the Conservatives.
Well, originally, but
Yeah.
resurrected by Keir Starmer, who has multiple people who are in his cabinet that he has got pictures of him with, who are up on sex crime charges against children.
Well, yeah. It's, look,
Stop pretending
Obviously,
like
they
we have
wanted-
to fall for it.
yeah. Obviously, they want to be able to monitor every single thing you do. That's the purpose of all of this. It has absolutely nothing to do with protecting children. However, if that is what you actually want to do, then again, the way in which they are going about it is the most back-assward way possible. And it makes the UK look very weak internationally. Like, I mean, I see what the rest of the world
is weak.
how it's reacting. It is a weak move. The power move, again, great firewall. That's the power move. Again, and I'm also not applying my judgment. I think this shit is cringe and gay, and I think it's terrible that people particularly normies are gonna be affected by it because they won't know how to get around it. You know what I mean? So
what is it? Okay, I need to ask this because this is an actual, like, to me, a good question for you. Like, I say our side, your side of the political spectrum, like the reactionaries and whatnot. Why is it we have to argue about the efficiency of the boot on our throat, as opposed to how it would look in a fine box?
Well, that's look. If it were about protecting children, that would be.
I don't even want to hear the argument because it is obviously unreliable. That is bullshit.
That's what they would do. The reality is, it's not about any of that. It's about surveillance. That's it. It's making sure that people will not be able to access information. Remember, Wikipedia is under these conditions, and the UK government has said Wikipedia is not exempt. Now you have to start to ask yourself when you hear people talk about how this is about protecting children, this is about CP. What's happening on Wikipedia then? Why is Wikipedia included? And was confirmed, yes, it applies to Wikipedia. Doesn't sound like it's protecting children to me. Look, it is prima facie, without question, about being able to monitor people. That's it.
Yeah, I'm tired of entertaining the idea otherwise, even facetiously. I'm tired of hearing about the idea that this is for anything other than surveillance and fucking tyranny.
Yes. So, my point, though, however, is that the way in which they are trying to enact their sovereignty is retarded. And it will not work. It looks bad. They're going to get... This is the first case with Apple here. I've got up on the screen. But this is just one. 4chan is the other real big one that's being talked about, obviously, because 4chan was sent, a letter saying you have to clean up your website or whatever to be compliant. And what does that mean? It means that you have to get people's IDs to use 4chan. What is the entire purpose of 4chan? It's an anonymous website. Yeah. So 4chan obviously cannot budge on collecting people's IDs, state IDs, in order to let them use 4chan. So that's not going to happen. 4chan is based in the United States. So this is now international issue, as every single one of these issues will be, by the way. And so while they've put their foot down on Apple, I think it's going to be really hard to make the case for extraterritoriality involving 4chan. AA makes an argument that it's pollution being streamed into the air at the UK from the US. And so it's like trying to find them for that. I think that's hard to do as well. And also, again, it's okay. You have to want to access 4chan. You have to directly go there. And it's not just, the other issue is, it's not just 4chan, and focusing it only on 4chan, only on this one site I don't like, on this site I don't like. Well, it's not just those sites, it's fucking Wikipedia.
If the pollution is the analogy he's going for here, then how about when do we get to sue all the people, like the German government, or the Chinese government, or the Indian government for their part in horrific fucking ecological damage? And in the case of the fucking Germans, the shit they've done to places like Sweden, where they have ripped down acres upon acres of pine barrens in order to build fucking wind farms.
Yeah.
If that's the argument is that because you're broadcasting and people can see it, that makes you culpable, then don't be surprised when that gets used to tar other fucking nations. The shit
this has always been an
issue. 95% of the plastic in the ocean comes from like 3 rivers. And they're all like China and India and fucking...
Well, yeah. It's the Ganges and the Yellow River, yeah, probably.
Yeah, like...
Yangtze, yeah.
In that case, then, well, let's start cracking skulls. Let's have a look at, see how sturdy the Three Gorges is. That'll
right.
things out.
Yeah, well, anywho, let's get into this article here, shall we? So this is what happened with Apple. JD Vance forced UK to drop demand for backdoor access to iPhones. Home Office agrees to withdraw orders seeking to force Apple to break its device encryption. Again, another piece of evidence that this isn't about protecting kids. They wanted to have back-end user information
which, by the way,
from iPhone users.
Would mean they'd have access to foreign nationals' iPhones.
Yes.
Including American politicians and military personnel.
Yeah. It's a ridiculous demand. It looks internet illiterate. It looks weak and cloying. It's overall, there's no way in which this pans out. Even if the UK pursues this legally in the US, through some insane
it would be
twist
illegal
wins
for the US to actually enforce it.
Yeah, the U.S. is going to put in has its own law that's about to go into effect as well. That's almost identical to this. But at the end of the day, the way that the U.S. and Australia and the EU will all frame their laws, I expect, is we learned from how freaking horrific the UK's rollout was, and this is a better one. We're doing this right this time. It's actually going to protect kids. It's not going to be a draconian.
Overreach and retrench.
Yes, every time. It's a little fucking tactic here, so that the rest of the world can do the exact same shit and act superior for doing so.
Boys and girls at home, it should be stated that at least when the pig is taken to slaughter, they don't eat the poor bastard a slice at the time while it's still living.
Yeah.
We are being eaten one slice at a time.
Yep. Dean's been a member for 8 months, says UK government is about as sovereign from the US, in parentheses, as a toddler from his parents. When they say jump, Europe's leaders don't even ask how high. Yeah, it looks pathetic. And this is what this was A/B testing. How do we, the rest of the world, change our verbiage and tweak little things in our own versions of these bills that are all just mass surveillance bills to make them more palatable? This is not the first time this has happened either. With the UK war with Australia.
Not a fucking another inch. No more fucking ground given.
But I think it can come off as being blackpilled on it or whatever, but he's not wrong. It is happening. And it's going to happen because boomers don't understand the internet at all, and even non-boomers will hear it's about children. This is to protect children from seeing CP, and everyone who is not a pedophile hears that and goes, well, gee, holy shit, of course. We don't want children to be exposed to this kind of content, obviously. Wow, look how easy this framing is. And look how easy it is to discredit anyone who criticizes it. If you say you're against it for any reason, the only thing that people will hear is, oh, so you want children to be exposed to pornography. Yeah, that's again, you can't stop this. Normies will vote happily for it.
Either you educate people or you take action. Only two options, because otherwise they're going to fuck us all to death.
Oh, Rep Bartholomew Cheesington. Sorry, man. I started to read it earlier, but then we got off into the weeds. For 2 says, humbly asked you to read my first donation. Sorry, you didn't have to. Again, I would have gotten to it. And for 5 says, oh boy, I can't wait to see the horrors of this week. How's your head, Bill? Did you get pretty drunk, Bill?
Oh, no, that's from my concussion.
Oh, from you. Oh, when you hit your head, right? Oh, I didn't know.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, dickhead.
Well, I thought maybe you got drunk recently or something. I knew you were up last
I did as well. I got shit-faced last night, but that's not
what I thought. I thought that was what it was about.
That wasn't public knowledge.
Yeah. Someone please tell me how to ping in Discord so I can make the Grand Wizard. Do you know what this refers to, Bill?
It was last week.
To ping in Discord? To make the Grand Wizard? Like what? I think what at everyone.
On, let me have
Someone asked you last week. Remember?
What?
They asked you about that last week.
Oh yeah, the Grand Wizard build.
Oh! In the game. Yes. Sorry.
No, it's bad when I'm the one who remembers the nerd shit.
Yeah, you remember the nerd stuff. Well, my brain is in politics mode. It's not quite nerd mode right now.
Mine is
I'm a bordering on drug addict. I don't know what you want from me.
So, JD Vance forced Keir Starmer's government to drop its demand for backdoor access to its users' iPhone messages. Again, is this about protecting kids? You could maybe make the argument, but is it really? Is it really? The vice president personally intervened to stop the government from forcing Apple to remove its end-to-end encryption, which protects users' privacy. Yvette Cooper, the Home Secretary, made the request to Apple earlier this year, claiming that it would help combat child abuse and terrorism. The move would have allowed security services to access an iPhone owner's photos and messages if they were suspected of a crime. By the way,
there's no way
offense is a crime.
For fucking ever.
Yeah, okay. If offense is a crime, wrongthink is a crime. People have been put in jail in the UK for wrongthink, okay? So understand what crime means in this context. Privacy campaigners warned millions of people's security could be jeopardized if end-to-end encryption was scrapped. And yeah, that's a whole nother massive issue. Mr. Vance, who has become increasingly concerned about government overreach and censorship in Britain, raised the issue with senior British officials and pressured them to drop the plan, the Telegraph understands. The VP took a strong interest in this issue because of his background in technology, his concern for privacy, and his sincere commitment to maintain a strong US-UK relationship. Yeah, whatever. Look, I mean, because this is now asking the U.S. to give up rights, essentially, to hand over, tell its companies what to do, and the U.S. obviously was never going to say yes to that. Now they'll put their own thing in and end up doing it, most likely, to some effect, but we worded different after it's been A/B tested. And yeah, just this looks incredibly weak. Efforts compared to Chinese surveillance. Government lawmakers appeared in a secret court hearing in March after Apple challenged the order. Mr. Vance and Donald Trump compared the British government's efforts to Chinese surveillance. They would legitimately be better off curtailing the thing that they claim to want to curtail by actually doing what the Chinese are doing. This is not what the Chinese do. The VP negotiated mutually beneficial understanding that the UK government will withdraw the current backdoor order to Apple. The US official added on Monday. Tulsi Gabbard, US Director of National Intelligence, announced the UK government had dropped the plan. Look how easily they fucking acquiesced.
Exactly. My fucking point.
Yeah.
These people are all cowards. You saw Keir
Yes.
fucking folding at the first fucking
Yep.
sign of anger at the fucking flags thing.
Yep.
These
Folded
people are all
instantly.
simpering fucking cowards. Fucking monuments to their own fucking iniquity. Pressure them.
Yeah.
Be nice until it's time to be not nice. Take the Roadhouse method.
Kizzo, who's been a member for 31 months, thank you, man, says, my loyal subjects, out of 10, how much of a bitch is Razor Cuck for blocking me on Twitter for pointing out the fact Republicans funded communism and Christianity endorses absolute monarchy? Here is why voting rights is trash. Yeah, well, I mean, people do vote for this, obviously. Like I said, they will cheer for their rights to be restricted, for their every single thought to be surveilled, because it's protecting children.
Let's not forget about when it comes to the matter of cheering, how people on our side of matters cheered at the fucking zero seats thing that handed fucking control over to the British version of Jeb Bush.
I mean, why would it matter in this case? This was a Tory bill. Like, it would have gone through no matter what. Like, that's the thing. It really did not matter. That's the whole point.
Yeah, I know,
of
but
zero
generally
seats.
speaking, the Tories have weaker security.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, this was a conservative bill. They're the ones who proposed it. It's the conservatives in the U.S. who are proposing this. You know, I'm not so sure. I think Canada's got one as well. I don't remember though, but I know Australia does, and the EU has one. And I know in the U.S. it's the conservatives. I'm unsure about the EU and in Canada, or excuse me, the EU and Australia, which side is backing it. But if I were to take a guess, a shot in the dark, I would imagine it's conservative parties. Because it's about protecting the kids. Now, it's curious, right, that both sides are in favor of the bill, right? Of these various bills that all do the same thing. It's because that's the inevitability aspect of it. They want this level of surveillance. They are going to get it.
Well, if they want to find out, boys and girls, I say we let them find out.
Well, look, it's not going to affect me. And if you're internet savvy, it probably won't affect you either. Now, they have not put in VPNs yet, but they do want to go after VPNs. The reason why they are not yet is because too many government people who work for the government use VPNs, which they found out very quickly, and apparently were not aware of at first. So they've got to first eke out an exception for the government to be able to use VPNs, even though people can't. However, you can still download a browser with Tor. So it's not like, it's a big deal, really. If you really want to be able to look at 4chan or whatever, there you go. Download Brave. It comes with Tor.
You heard it here first, folks.
Well, I ask you this. If we're going to start indulging in basically what's essentially a digital smuggling operation, and we're already in the matter of resistance, then why would you stop at just what makes it so you can live your continued, slowly, chipped away at personal freedoms and comforts?
Yeah, I know. It's
You're
not going
gonna
to
stab
affect
a man,
most
you
people,
drive it to
probably.
the hilt.
They won't even notice. The average normie won't even notice. That's why it won't be an issue for them. They will not be able. In fact, they'll probably enjoy their experience more because everything that might make them upset will be hidden from them. I'm imagining something to that effect. And I say that because why is Wikipedia being targeted? Even Wikipedia needs to have your ID, right? So that you can read. I don't know, something simple about. I also saw AA was arguing with Curtis Yarvin about Shakespeare's origins, and I wasn't familiar at all with this debate apparently about Shakespeare's origins, and I went and looked it up on Wikipedia. If this were to go into effect, I would have had to give my ID to Wikipedia before I look up the Oxford versus Stratford origins. to figure out what they were arguing about, because I don't know anything about Shakespeare in that dimension, you know what I mean? So, that's ridiculous. That has nothing to do with protecting children. I mean, maybe.
Again, we keep harping on this. It's obviously bullshit. It's like...
Yeah, I'm harping on it because everyone else is saying that. So I'm making it
gay and
very
homeless
fucking
that they even
clear.
are.
Yes, alright.
It's insulting that they even are.
Yes, it is insulting. Over the past few months...
ashamed of themselves.
Yeah. I've been working closely with our partners in the UK alongside Mr. Trump and Mr. Vance to ensure Americans' private data remains private and our constitutional rights and civil liberties are protected, she wrote on X, Tulsi Gabbard, that is. As a result, the UK has agreed to drop its mandate for Apple to provide a backdoor that would have enabled access to protected encrypted data of American citizens and encroached on our civil liberties. Unprecedented overreach. Last year, Apple attacked the unprecedented overreach when Britain tightened surveillance laws to require tech companies to seek permission from the Home Office before rolling out new security features globally. Like, this is just fucking absurd. And I mean, besides the ultimate intention, it has been so incredibly, catastrophically mishandled. It just looks so utterly inept. Yes, but this is particularly bad.
Looks inept. It is inept.
It is inept. Representatives from the tech giant told Parliament there is no reason why the UK government should have the authority to decide for citizens of the world whether or they can avail themselves of the proven security benefits that flow from end-to-end encryption. And the fact that they were fighting against end-to-end encryption is insane. First of all, they were like, no, we don't want your data to be encrypted, which just sounds like, we would like data to be even easier to steal and leak. But I don't know, is that, again, just incompetence or what? That sounds scary. End-to-end encryption sounds like a scary
With
thing,
security
probably.
that week, even the War Thunder forums will be going out of business. We know fucker there to leak shit. Ugh. Fucking dread.
Yeah. Let's see. Protecting our users' privacy and the security of their data is at the very heart of everything we do at Apple. We are deeply concerned that the proposed amendments to the Investigatory Powers Act, now before the Parliament, places users' privacy and security at risk. Mr. Vance's intervention comes amid a growing relationship between Tim Cook, the Apple chief executive, and the president. Having successfully secured tariff exemptions on components made in China from the US president, the tech giant announced a commitment to increase its investments. This is the other thing, too, is that Apple just is going to put $100 billion into US manufacturing. That just happened. And then at the same time, the UK goes, well, actually, fuck you, Apple. You have to risk all of your users, hand over all of your users' private information. Their messages, their photos. We need to be able to look through all of them to make sure there's no wrong thing outside of our territory. Crazy shit. This is a significant step towards the ultimate goal of ensuring that iPhones sold in the US are made in America, the president said during a press conference at the time. Last month, Mr. Trump's administration warned Sir Keir, to stop threatening American tech companies amid mounting backlash. Fuck me. I am hyper, dude. It's because I haven't slept. Amid mounting backlash over the government's online safety law. The U.S. State Department has also raised concerns about a series of controversial convictions, including that of Lucy Connolly, who was jailed over her tweets about the Southport riots. Again, this is what's a crime. Tweets. Tweets are crimes. So, well, we're only going to look at your data if you are suspected of a crime. Tweets are crimes. You tweet something that they find objectionable. Now you're under suspicion of a crime.
Yeah. By the way, when this goes into effect in America, you notice how this is right after the Epstein stuff got repressured? Now when you post asking about the Epstein files, you're going to start getting looked into. Because it'll be attached to you.
Yeah. Let's see. Government spokesperson said, we have long had joint security and intelligence arrangements with the U.S. to tackle the most serious threats such as terrorism and CSA, including the role played by fast-moving technology in enabling those threats. Those arrangements have long contained safeguards to protect privacy and sovereignty. For example, the Data Access Agreement includes critical safeguards to prevent the UK and US from targeting the data of each other's citizens. Which is what's happening now. It's direct targeting of another country's citizenry's data. We will continue to build on those arrangements, and we will also continue to maintain a strong security framework to ensure that we can continue to pursue terrorists, blah, 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 blah. So, that didn't work. Immediately slapped down on that one. Now, the 4chan one is yet to be seen. Obviously, 4chan has a very bad reputation. People think it's the hacker known as 4chan. But they also responded. Here's their letter, which is basically a big FU. Statement regarding Ofcom's reported provisional notice to 4chan. According to the press reports, the UK Ofcom has issued provisional notice under the Online Safety Act, alleging a contravention by 4chan and indicating, an intention to impose a penalty of £20,000 plus daily penalties thereafter. 4chan is a United States company incorporated in Delaware with no establishment, assets, or operations in the UK. This is the other thing, and again, A's argument is that, well, if they're blowing, it doesn't matter if they're in Delaware, if they're blowing smog over on me. It's like, yeah, but in terms of pursuing this legally,
China.
good luck. Good luck trying to pursue and it's not just 4chan. 4chan is one company. Apple has also said fuck no. So it's not just 4chan, it's also Apple. And the US government saying no. Any attempt to impose or enforce a penalty against 4chan will be resisted in US federal court, and I think they will lose. Despite how that 4chan, and I'll tell you why they'll lose, because 4chan is a CIA asset and a Mossad asset. As based as it is in theory for the UK to sue the FBI and Mossad, that's not. I don't think that's gonna work, and I don't think it's gonna happen.
I think that's how someone pointed at on Twitter. They were like, it's actually like a CIA and Mossad honey trap. So if the UK government wants to fuck with it, it's kind of based low key.
I mean, it was
in that sense, it is kind of funny.
Just because there's two nonces in the back alley having a slap fight doesn't mean I have to pick sides and bet on who wins.
How about neither?
Yeah, exactly. I want both parties fucking dead.
Yeah. SfinV for €2. End-to-end encryption is used everywhere in enterprise. Lol. I know.
The main
How
reason
ridiculous.
this is even getting any pushback, at least as far as like other than public reasons for it, it's because this is basically a massive security problem for any American agent from the federal government working anywhere near the UK. If their phone can be accessed, that means that that's no longer secure. They can't use any of the secure systems. They would have to use the hardline systems they use, and that massively decreases the efficiency because now they can't even work remotely at all.
Yeah.
And then you add this into the fucking mix, like.
Yeah, it's
ridiculous.
just.
And messing with honeypot operations.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to touch 4chan because it's a Mossad and CIA honeypot. Trust me, I have not used. Yeah,
This entire thing comes across less like an issue of fucking public inquiry. This is more like two fucking groups of fucking deep state nightmare fucking.
There was a
spies
data breach.
fucking with each other.
Yeah, there was a data breach of 4chan information from last year. And it's a large amount of people posting from Israel. I'll put it that way, right? And 4chan's unusable. I have not used 4chan regularly in years at this point. I will check it occasionally. I've got I don't remember which one it was because there've been a couple of them over the years. An app on my phone, a Chan reader app, and I'll just sometimes browse it because it's not. I don't just use Poll. Poll really sucks anyway. It's sucked for a very long time. But TV, X. Though I've used CK a lot, the cooking board. Say a paranormal, literature, movies. That kind of the movie board sucks too, but movie TV. But yeah, there's all kinds of boards on 4chan that I will browse. I also sometimes the non-porn GIF board because they have like food threads there a lot that are better than the ones on the cooking board for some reason. Anyway, I still do occasionally use 4chan, but it's nowhere near as good as it once was. Because it is. Yeah, but because it is a U.S. CIA, or I don't know if it's the CIA or the FBI, but one of them, and a Mossad op. So you're gonna.
Same reason they'll never stop Reddit. They'll never be able to fuck with Reddit too much.
So of course,
it's used extremely heavily by the military.
Right. So this is why I think actually 4chan is also gonna win more than anything else. Is because I think the U.S. will stand up for it indirectly, perhaps, unless they want to, get a new honeypot, but. I think that might be, I don't know. It depends on how willing they are to stand up for their honeypot. I don't know how that's going to go, but again, already, they've backed off on Apple. So, we'll see where that goes. I think, and it just looks very weak. Let's see. American businesses do not surrender their First Amendment rights because a foreign bureaucrat sends them an email. Under settlement settled principles of U.S. law, American courts will not enforce foreign penal fines or censorship codes. If necessary, we will seek appropriate relief in U.S. federal courts to confirm these principles. United States federal authorities have been briefed on this matter. Prime Minister Keir Starmer was reportedly warned by the White House to cease targeting Americans with UK censorship codes. According to The Telegraph, despite these warnings, Ofcom continues its illegal campaign of harassment against American technology firms. A political solution to this matter is urgently required, and that solution must come from the highest levels of the American government. We call on the Trump administration to invoke all diplomatic and legal levers available to the U.S. to protect American companies from extraterritorial censorship mandates. There was the response from 4chan. Again, we'll see where that goes. After the Apple one, I don't know.
If you're going to have a fucking global hegemony, the least you can do is get off your ass and knock over the English government. You've been waiting for fucking 70 years for someone to get off their ass and do it.
Yes. Do you want to watch A's video now on this? It's long, or have we just covered it enough?
Yes, back onto our favourite topic of people on our neck of the woods being more interested in being right than the situation being good.
What do you want to do, Spoon? Do you want to watch this video on stream or not?
It is quite long.
It is quite long, and I think we...
It's not really a good video for reaction because it's very informative.
That's true. Yeah, I would just go... I'll just post the link to it. I'd suggest people just go watch it, because it is nearly 50 minutes long.
It's not a video for reacting to, it's just a video like it's like a lecture, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, not the video
what I'd say...
bad.
What?
I don't really have much to add to it, it's my problem. It's not like something stupid I can poke fun at.
Why did that not... Let me post. Okay. So I do have something to add, which is that the main thing that was incorrect there, the sort of defining it as smog being blown onto your country from another country. Again, the solution here is a firewall. If it really is smog, if that really is what it's about, there's your solution, is the Great UK Firewall. Why is that not even being proposed? Why is that not being suggested? Because it has nothing to do with protecting people. That's why.
Okay, so it's socially acceptable for this kind of smog, but we can still deal with every fucking human debris crossing the channel.
Yeah. The other thing is he said something about 4chan and whether or not CP is allowed on 4chan. In the UK, lolly art, so if it appears to be a child and it's a drawing or something, that is also illegal. And in Canada, too, as well. Quite a number of countries, that stuff is illegal. And 4chan does allow that stuff because, again, it's based in the US where that stuff is not illegal. That being said, 4chan has had rules, and because he talked in the video about, like, he wasn't sure what the rules on 4chan were, because some people told him it's full of lolly, and some people told him it's not. The confusion there is that there is not CP on 4chan. The mods have been are obviously very active about that. Back in the day, for sure. But that back in the day was before gray area. That was 2007, to be clear. That was when they cleaned the actual criminal stuff off 4chan. Nearly 20 years ago. Just to be clear, like 4chan is not
that caused
this...
the formation of many of the sub-chans, 7chan, 420chan.
7chan, 420chan, Infinity, 099, which was the one I hung out on. Those all came out of... it was an overreaction to thinking... Because 4chan, had banned CP, by the way, like, this is how insane this era of the internet was, because they chose, no, it wasn't 2007, I'm sorry, that was 2004, probably. It was pretty early on, though. But the people left and formed their own little image boards because they were worried that there was going to be an expansion of the rules on 4chan, you wouldn't be able to post anything anymore, and they would get increasingly more intense. It really hasn't since then. I mean, you can get banned for all kinds of random shit on 4chan, but... They have had very strict rules and have been very active in not allowing that stuff on the website. It's the one job that the Jannies there do. Yes, global rules apply. And that's when, I said 2007, but I think it was actually like 2003 or 2003 is when 4chan starts. And then maybe gray area was 2005? I had to look it up. If you type in 4chan gray area controversy or something like that, you'll find the exact thing I was talking about. Was it 2006? I said 7 at first, but because it was before I went to college. So I remember that. So I was still underage banned when that happened. Yeah, snacks never relax. I've been on 4chan my whole life, or on image boards my whole life. I use them less now for 4chan, obviously, because it just sucks. But so maybe just some confusion about 4chan. That hopefully that clarifies it. 4chan has had extremely strong and strict rules against illegal material since about 2006, 2007, gray area. That was the only thing that was. He generally said he didn't know the answer to that question. He'd heard conflicting things. There is the actual answer. Okay. So, in other UK news, I don't know if this one's with a Y or not, but people are. I think not, because at least people are excited about this. I get worried whenever people go out and do things in person in the UK, because I expect it to be a honeypot. I mean, I expect it to be a honeypot in the US. Do we need evidence that that is not the case after Jan 6? Right? Oh, just go out and riot. Go out and cause a commotion.
Let's call it what it is.
So we can arrest you as a pretense.
The issue is that we don't go hard enough.
Yeah.
If you go out on a march, you go out on a protest, you need to be ready to go to the hilt.
Yeah.
You better be ready. You fucking sleep when you
But they're looking for any excuse to arrest you, right? Because they want to punish you for this stuff.
In the UK,
like the woman who went to jail for tweets.
Yeah, that's my point. Have you seen the state of the police forces getting defeated, like outnumbering a man 8-1 and still losing fights?
Yeah. And by the way, I don't recall the exact contents of her tweet, but it was something like, maybe we should deport brown people. It was something...
It wasn't even that.
No, it was... I think that there was some way to read it that it could have been viewed as violent, which we'll fucking get to. How extreme that sort of level of proof need be in any other fucking situation. As Hassan Piker said that Ela Klein is a valid military target, and the reality is, that is free speech.
Well, Hassan, what does that make you?
No, I'm saying it's right. And Legal Mindset went over this as well. It would be really, really hard to nail down that what Hassan said about Ela Klein, potentially something that he was referring to in the past, is and or was a valid military target, is against the law.
You're not allowed to shoot You're not allowed to engage in clerical personnel in combat.
No, I hate Hassan Piker, and I wish what he had done or what he did was illegal, but I don't think it was. It may be, but Twitch has already said they're not going to even ban him. They didn't even slap, not even a 1-day ban, not even a 1-day suspension on him for saying Ela Klein is a valid military target. Like, this woman who served in the IDF
he specifically
20 years ago.
He specifically said, if you murdered someone like Ela,
secretary,
like one of your favorite streamers as wives who happened to be used to be in the IDF, is that if you killed her, it would be legal because she's a valid military target. That's specifically what he said. He said it would be legal to kill her because of that. First of all,
he said it was moral and legal. Yes,
she was never a valid military target because clerical personnel are not valid military targets. Secondly, like, giving legal advice online is a real fucking dangerous game, and you would be legally liable for that if someone would be to act upon it.
I mean, I watched Legal Mindset's coverage of it, and he seems pretty convinced that that's very unlikely to be illegal. However, it's insane, and it shouldn't be allowed on. The fact that you made what really sounds like a threat of incitement, is specifically what is incitement to violence, trying to get other people to go do your dirty work. But that is a high bar to reach in the U.S. The bar in the UK is, I think they should send the Browns home, or whatever it was Lucy Connolly said.
Well, by the same merit, okay, there are laws.
Who fucking cares?
Oh, I know.
Look, let's broach the matter again. Like, okay, there are laws specifically against giving money to terrorist organizations and people associated with them and their funding, which is why I've seen people over the years argue, the BBC is technically a terrorist organization because of how their coverage of 9/11 and their fraudulent coverage of it, stuff like that. And I've seen that argued successfully in court. Yeah. Okay, so Hassan, who platforms Houthi pirates, who are Islamic, who are designated.
The Houthis are designated as a terrorist organization by multiple different bodies.
Who are active military targets.
Yeah.
As evidenced by the fucking 180mm cannon round that evaporated one of their shindigs.
Yeah.
So anyone giving Hassan money is breaking the law.
Look, I saw Undoomed, of all people, who I don't know if Undoomed makes content anymore. I don't think he does, but he does. Does he? He still posts on Twitter, I know. I haven't seen his video. I haven't had a video of his show up in my recommendation in years. But anywho, I saw him on Twitter. He said my exact thoughts on. Actually, let me see if I could find it here. Wait, never look up Twitter right live on stream. I forgot to do that because Twitter's so full of pornography.
Okay, I can
and
look
just
it up. What do you want to look up?
He said he had a very similar take on Hamas Diddy Osama bin Laden Piker that I did. It was from a while back, so I'll just tell you because you might not find it immediately. But it was essentially that. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Yeah, I got it.
We have it.
Yeah. Again, I'm hyper because I haven't slept and I've had an energy drink. So. Hassan Piker must be the greatest agent Mossad has ever had. No one on the planet has done more to discredit the Palestinian cause and turn people against them. I have said that before and I stand by it. You know what I mean? That's why I actually think that Twitch is defending him so much.
Okay, let's really dig into the topology. Okay, so
it sounds roundabout,
who was conscripted into the IDF to work as
no
clerical
choice.
Staff, had no choice to use secretarial staff. All she did was paperwork. Hassan actively chooses funds and platforms terrorist cell members and enemy military personnel. That's far more involved. That's the PR wing of a military organization. So by saying you'd be legally and morally allowed to attack clerical personnel, I would say that Hassan there is waiving his right to prosecute anyone who attacks him.
Yeah.
That would be fair logic, would it not?
Yeah, I think it would be.
Well, Hassan, see you next week.
Yeah. Looney Lenny for 2 says, Undoomed sometimes streams with Ranty Monkey. I didn't know he was still streaming, but thanks, YouTube, you know. Anywho, this is getting back to the main subject.
I could probably get him on the show for one evening.
Oh, that would be... He one of the only people on YouTube who's got a better voice than you, Spirit. Sorry.
I can guarantee you if I get the settings, it would be fairly even.
I'm using a snowball with no setup.
Fucking moron.
If you want, I can get out my old vocal exercises and we can make this head to head.
Hey everybody,
okay.
Welcome back.
Yeah, there you go. So here is this professor of... Okay, so here's what's been happening. Operation Raise the Colors, all right? Is people are going around and putting the Cross of St. George on things. They're either flying flags. It's not... the one that people have stuck with and are doing the most commonly is the St. George's Cross, which is just a red cross on a white field, so you can understand how easy it is to put this on anything, right? That's part of the... I think the sort of genius behind going with that and not the Union Jack or any other flag.
Did you see the pothole thing?
Yes, I got it in my... I have it.
Brilliant.
It's brilliant.
Folks at home, if you are in manufacturing and you can make St. George's flag bin bags,
yes.
Now's the time.
I have that as well. We'll look at that in a minute. So people are going out and flying the flag. St. George's Cross, for those who don't know, is the flag of England. Again, the UK is the United Kingdom. St. George's Cross is the flag of England, specifically.
Yeah.
And again, just red cross on a white field, so very easy to paint on anything. And people are just going around, putting it up, flying it. Some people are spray painting it on things, which is criminal in that sense. It's the BBC said it was graffiti, but they didn't, of course, call they don't call the Progress Pride walks at the zebra crossings that they put all over shit that the states did. That's of course not graffiti because the state did it, so it's fine. And it does bring up the question of what does it mean to fly a flag? It means the place that flag is flying is under occupation of whatever the flag represents, whatever nation the flag represents. So you're allowed to fly Progress Pride flags. The government flies Progress Pride flags.
But won't fly its own.
English people cannot fly the flag of their own country. And at the same time,
only place where it could possibly make sense to.
And at the same time, has the fucking audacity to ask the U.S. to, please tell Apple to hand over all of their private data. I can't let you do that.
Please completely destroy operational security for your entire military, just so we can continue to stamp our boots on the throat of every single man, woman, and child born under our sovereignty. Absolutely
ridiculous. So here's this douche, Kahinde Andrews, professor of Black Studies at Birmingham City University, says St. George's Cross and Union flag as well are inherently racist. We need a new multicultural flag. Yeah, who gives a fuck? Dude, this is 6 minutes. Let's see how insufferable it is and how quickly I want to turn this off.
the far right have co-opted the flag. It's the fact
Oh,
that
it's
they
instant.
can't seem to understand.
Your Honor, black.
Your Honor, League of
Discarded.
Legends. Death.
Death.
He says, yeah, in this tweet here too, he says, hate may be a strong word, but the England flag stirs the same feelings for me as I imagine a Confederate one does for African Americans.
Good.
Well, don't tell my
Why don't
fucking
you
neighbor.
leave, Kahinde? Why don't you leave?
Mecca's
you
that
hate
way.
it so much.
Start walking. Fuck off.
If you hate it so much, you can get the fuck out.
Piss off back to lands of your forefathers, assuming you even knew your dad to fucking begin with.
Of
Unlikely.
course not.
You rootless fucking urban savage.
I know.
Jesus
Absolutely
Christ,
disgusting. Well, he's right. He's right to be pissed off. If you're, Jesus. Anyway, why did you want to pause just because of that first sentence?
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
didn't pause it.
Instantly.
Oh, okay.
Country.
No, that you said pause.
History of these symbols. So both of these flags
Oh.
which you've displayed here, those are the flags which flew on ships which enslaved my ancestors. Those are the flags which the
I don't
British
give a
Army-
shit.
Then go home.
No
Then
one's
go
holding
home.
you. No one's holding
Yes.
you. Your hands
Then
ain't tied.
go-
Fuck off.
Do you have any? Are there shackles on you right now, or can you get
Would
back
you like
on
there
the
to be?
ship and go back?
Would you fucking like there to be? We can go back to how things were if you really want. You're gonna have to
Don't mind.
fucking work harder than the last pile.
And this guy, I'm like I said, I'm hyper. If I don't sleep for too long, and then particularly have
I should
caffeine,
say,
you
I
see
did
the
mention
results.
up front that the can of Monster I drank was from a flavour I were referred to colloquially as Rage Potion. I'm not sure why you're surprised. I'm acting the way
Is
I am.
it from
today.
oh god, what is that? What's that reference?
think
Oh,
Right
Anger
Juice.
Dream. No.
I
You know what,
can't.
Bill is calling it that
I
fucking
can.
man.
I
Anger
cannot
Dream.
even fucking repeat the name of the pre-workout I once saw.
Will you DM it to me?
I'll post it for the enjoyment of Spoon, but no.
Okay, let me.
This doesn't go up on stream or we'll all get shit canned.
Oh no, of course not. Here, while you're doing that, I'll let this guy keep waffling about.
We marched into places like India, Pakistan, Bengal, Africa, and colonized 25% of the world. The reason the far right picks
Based.
up these flags and has
Yeah,
consistently
based.
since the 60s, 70s, since my parents' generation have been in this country, is because these
60s or 70s? Go
Your
back.
parents' generation has been in this country. Bitch, how the fuck were you enslaved then?
Yeah. What the fuck? You moved here in the
You're
60s and
first
70s.
generation immigrant, you twat.
They got here just in time for the
generation, rather.
easiest fucking
Second generation, yeah.
for the
Yeah.
easiest ride in the world.
A waste of chains, bruh. Lance.
Hey, that's my term.
Wait, did you say that too, Bill? I
Yeah,
missed
that in some like the first episodes I was in, I used that term. People,
Oh, did you?
people got a bit angry with me.
Bill, what's the
flags
pre-workout called?
represent the racism which they
I'm
are.
trying to find one that isn't edited or on TikTok.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's really hard to find one that doesn't have at least a blanked out bit.
Spoon wants to escape from hearing this guy prattle on.
We'll just point out this campaign of putting these flags up. This is not some benign. Oh, let's just be patriotic. Go and search. What is it?
This is not benign. People waving their own country's flag in their own fucking country. Meanwhile, this fucking transplant
try
is
to
here to
imagine
tell you
this.
how to live your fucking life.
Try to imagine just. I know a large portion of our audience is is Americans. I'm an American. Can you imagine? And it's gotten pretty bad, but saying you cannot fly the American flag because far-right extremists use it. I'm sure they have tried shit like that.
Well, they did that to the Confederate flag.
They did it to the Confederate flag for sure, but
This is the
look, and
mildest version of it.
people have all kinds of incorrect beliefs about the
It's not exactly very
child's
subtle,
drawing
Bill.
version of the Civil War that's taught in history classes.
That's
And
that's the most subtle out of all of them.
I'm not like making any kind of weird statement there, but about slavery being right or something. No, slavery is horrific, but slavery still exists to this day, by the way, in the U.S. Like to point that out.
I think I can make a compelling case. for why
Perpetuated by
it's
brown
bad.
people.
Yeah. However, the version of U.S. history and the history of the Civil War that is taught, that is just the South was evil and just hated blacks for no reason. The child's drawing, same that you get with World War II. The Germans were just evil and they hated Jews for no reason, and it just
The first
happened
part's
one day,
right.
and there was no history before it, and then it ended, and they were wrong. And I'm not look. I'm not saying that there were not horrible things that happened. Obviously, God, I'm gonna get myself in trouble for this. Just even
None of it
like this.
happened, and they should have happened more.
Look, thank you, Bill. But anyway, okay. The serious point, though, is that yes, the child's drawing level clarity that people know about the Civil War or about World War
What do
II,
you
or about
expect
anything,
What do you
or
expect
about
from
the internet. You know what I
do you
mean?
expect from people who aspire to the IQ of a child?
Right. But yeah, this would be so reprehensible to Americans to say you cannot fly the flag of your country. Yeah, Rat King, because the revolutionaries flew it and they were violent. Right?
So?
That's the kind of level. No,
Be
no,
more
I'm saying
violent.
it's a really dumb argument, and I'm hoping to impress
Yeah, I know,
upon
that's my point.
my fellow
Like,
Americans.
Why? Like, who gives
Yeah.
a crap?
Yeah, who gives a crap, exactly.
Find the same far right, Little England, this nonsense spewing about all the migrant hotels. It's all this. That's what that's about. People aren't putting up this flag to.
I don't know why it's all out of sync, but whatever.
Then why is accent so
They're putting
fucked?
up this flag to remind us that Britain is white and we shouldn't be here.
Yeah, what is up with his accent? Did your parents come here in the 60s and 70s, you said?
Did they come here head first into fucking rocks?
Where do you think he's from?
I don't know. He says he's from England. He says his parents. Well, you mean originally? I don't know because his accent is strange. It doesn't help that it's unsynced. So now I don't actually know
accent-
which guy is talking.
His
Okay, let me
accent
do-
sounds vaguely South African, actually.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
that's like a Zoza
Yes.
accent.
As I'm
Oh,
listening,
let's,
like you sound like a South African trying to sound English and sucking at it before you
Ooh.
say it sounds like me.
Who's this? Okay.
But
Now
he's
I'm
not
curious.
meant to be from South Africa. He's meant to be Afro-Caribbean.
Who is this guy?
So he'd be like,
Kahinde Andrews.
I'm already.
But he
but
sounds.
there's nothing on his early history because just says that he studied in Birmingham.
Huh?
sounds
How
South
curious. How curious.
Let's see the. Let's see.
Okay. ChatGPT, I got a question for you. This is the
Oh
only
yeah, we have
one-
that now. That's way easier than this bullshit.
Yeah. Where? Okay, so ChatGPT, where are Kahinde Andrews' parents from?
Mother
when-
British, half white, half Jamaican. Father rural
Oh, there you go.
Jamaican.
Jamaican.
So he's three-quarter
Okay.
Jamaican.
So that's probably what that
But
is. though,
sounds like
Jamaican accent.
sounds like a fucking Zoza.
But it's probably it's Jamaican accent. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think in my view, there's many reasons why we should be proud of British identity. We should celebrate expressions of English pride. If I just speak from a person.
Is this like two brown people debating?
perspective, I think that Britain has a rich tradition of religious
Well, yeah,
freedom.
you wouldn't want a white person's opinion.
Yeah, of course. Welcome to
Does not
England.
have a rich tradition of
There's
religious freedom. What the fucking hell are you talking about?
No, it doesn't.
The king
No,
is
it
called the
does
King
not.
of England, right? Is a church.
He's the head of the England.
He's the head of the fucking church. Like, what the fucking hell are you talking about? Does not have a rich
It's
tradition
defender of the faith, my dude.
What the fuck are you talking about? No, it doesn't. You lying
Rap
sacks of
Bartholomew
shit.
Cheesy. Rap Bartholomew Cheesington for two says, "Can we hear Zyklon Bill spit some bars at this?"
Who was the posted that? Because that's a deep cut reference.
Rap Bartholomew Cheesington did, sir.
God, that's a deep cut. That's like one of the first streams I had when Rich was there.
Or did you call yourself
My rap
Cyclone?
na- Oh no, I did reference
your rap
Zyklon
name?
Bill. I remember the other week I mentioned that me and Spoon should form a rap group, Zyklon Bill and Six Gorillionaire.
Oh, right, I forgot.
I figured I brought that up.
Well, I know
it's
you'd
not
been
as
by
deep a
that.
cut
Actually, I
as
think
I
yeah. Oh my god, this is a bad stream.
Six Gorillionaire is such a good one.
We've said a lot of incriminating.
We have said no things that are not just true.
Yeah, true.
Much better in terms of anti-discrimination laws for its minorities. So I think the point to make is that.
Why do we have
people
to have
relate the
minorities
flags
in
very
England in the
differently.
fucking first place?
Because he's one.
40, like let's face it, 50 years ago, these two idiots would be having this conversation on a boat on the way here.
Yeah. Yeah.
This sounds more like two idiots deciding what to eat when they get down in like on landfall in the fucking Lanzarote.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I don't care. I know what this guy's going to say. They're saying it's inherently racist.
We're not like.
Do you care
the
enough to
id-
listen to this for five
No,
more
it's
minutes?
two wolves arguing over which lamb to eat.
Is the woman? I guess she's white. Does she say anything? I don't think she says shit. So
White
it's just
women don't
three brown
matter.
guys. She says maybe something.
Nobody would have flags if they've ever been involved in a war. When we were celebrating the glorious England
Okay.
win in football and St George's crosses were
I mean, I was
waved.
way
Whoa, interesting. The woman's the only one who's talking any
This is
sense.
how rough things are on Good Morning Britain.
how-
On Good Morning Britain, that we have
everything's
to fucking fall
It's-
back
yeah.
on a white woman to fight
There's
our
a
corner.
white woman on Good Morning Britain and she's making sense. What?
She also looks like she's just got done having a spliff with the expression on her face.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For sure.
But
Anyway.
one for courage before I go into this fucking Moroccan minefield of a goddamn
Right.
conversation.
So,
Trying
of
to
course-
torpedo my career.
But this is the kind of quality of conversation that's being had about this. Is the flag is racist? You can't wave it.
They should be having this conversation with the breeze.
So one of the more clever things was painting it on the roundabout, because the roundabout already has white paint on it. So look, already half the work is done, you know. And also you can see the state of the roundabout. Wasn't apparently in the best of shape anyway. The paint was already peeling off.
Oh, it was like visibly, like it was visible that the seal on it had completely broken.
By the way,
I'm just tearing off in chunks.
I'm pretty sure.
That is ropey as fuck looking.
If I'm wrong, correct me. But I'm pretty sure that this has been done on far more than just the one roundabout now, because it is a smart idea.
It's not like a shortage. Fucking.
This is, however, also you are defacing public property with this one. This is different from just.
No, yeah, it's public property.
You know
it's the
that I
property
agree.
of England.
But I am saying if you're trying to make it a little bit easier to not for yourself to not get arrested, don't do crimes. This is look, when you're streaming on YouTube, you have to say don't do crimes, okay?
I don't own this stream, I'm just a guest.
Hiker doesn't know that, and he streams on Twitch.
Technically speaking, so am I.
Whoa, holy shit.
Hey, all we need to do is say disavow and we can suddenly say all we like.
Disavow indeed. Jizuki
Well, Spoon.
Kaizago. Jizuki
Are you ready, kids?
Oh, shit.
Jizuka Taizago for 1,000 Norwegian krona, I think, right? And okay. Bring on Amalgamite? Amalgamite? I'm not familiar with her. Do you know her?
Yeah, I've streamed with her before.
Oh, really?
Bill would like her.
Oh, okay,
Oh, really?
for sure.
Yes.
Well, I think that's like $100 US. So, I don't know.
No,
Sorry, my
it's
dude.
more, I think it's more than that. I think it's substantially more than that, actually.
Holy shit! Hang on, let me translate this.
Okay, so 1 Norwegian krona is a tenth of a dollar.
Right. So that's
almost
yeah,
$100.
it's £72. Yeah. So it's like yeah, thank you, man. Holy shit. Bring on Amalgamite, perhaps. Would be interesting to see how that would go. Enjoyed her content fairly well lately. Hoping she's comfortable around everyone here. Hope everyone is doing well. Take care. Thank you so much, man. Holy shit. And yeah, if Spoon, you've talked to her before.
I'll stream with her.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, invite her on. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with her stuff, but I'll have to check out now. I didn't even know.
She's a young lass. So, Bill, you
No,
have
of
to
course.
break her in.
What the excuse me?
This took a dark turn.
What is happening? The
I mean, as
stream
far
has
as base
been
goes, you
derailed.
perverts, what the fuck is wrong with you? Shizuka, get your mind out of you pervy
That's going to
bastards.
get clipped out of context. So you gotta. Like I said some out of pocket shit this evening, but you gotta be careful, dog.
Nah, I'm good.
That's gonna be. They're gonna clip that and send it to her, and suddenly I'm gonna be involved.
Flip it,
in a conversation
ship it,
has to be
print it.
explained.
Considering who she is, I think she would just laugh.
Yeah, again, not familiar. But
get that a lot.
I'll have to check out her stuff. I had no idea. You didn't even tell me. You went on someone else's podcast.
Stop being gay, Aiden.
But the relationship.
Yeah,
chart
so
on
go on other
this
people's
fucking
podcasts all the time and don't tell each other.
Someone's
Shit.
out there with like a fucking like visual novel relationship chart, and they're just wildly like spinning a roll of duct tape around it because they don't know what's what no more.
Yeah,
Basically, I
she's
was
about
told to
20, so
stream,
she'll call everyone here old. Yeah, we are old.
yeah,
Based. I like being old.
I was told to stream with her because she has very, very base and spicy opinions. So I'm like, how bad are you? And I listened to a stream like, oh, okay, yeah. She basically, you know that Kanye song that went viral lately?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, she
Double
sang
H.
that on stream.
Oh my god, that's unfathomably based. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
that's what I'm saying. So
Let's go. Arden Party for
there you
two.
go.
Arden Party for two says, cheap ad, my Rumble, 9 p.m. Eastern. Next chapter, Casino Royale. Oh man, my brain went into Casino Royale. Streaming. Are you going to be talking about it or just streaming the movie? Can you do that on Rumble? Anyway,
You can stream pretty much anything on Rumble.
Oh
I'm
shit!
not sure you can
Something's
push
been
that.
huh?
okay. Something just kicked off in Wales.
What? What kicked off in Wales?
Okay.
We have
it's been
we have
linked
breaking Welsh news.
from Loose the Doberman suddenly atted me with Get the Mace. A group of Jewish tourists were filmed dismantling a landmark cross
Oh,
on
I
a
saw
Welsh
this,
hillside
actually.
Oh, I
and using
saw
Stone's
that,
creative
yeah.
Star of David.
Yeah, that is a
Yeah,
breaking.
I
I didn't see that
retweeted
earlier.
it,
Yeah.
So I've just had it tweeted at me.
I just wasn't. I didn't know how interested
wonder
it was.
why
Or I
AA
didn't really look
retweeted
into it.
him.
I guess that is pretty interesting. What they? So wait, I only saw this briefly while scrolling through Twitter. Do you have it, Bill? I'll bring it up.
Yeah, hang on. Sorry, I was fed. I was about to start
it was
posting.
like an ancient, rock. What's that called?
I think it.
Not a formation. They've.
I'd have to double check what the formation, because obviously it's a Christian formation. I'm assuming it's some kind of monument.
Yeah, and then
they
what
just
did
so
do?
just a
Oh,
bunch
yeah.
of ancient rocks. They
I'm
rearranged
not sure how
them.
ancient they are, but they look.
Well, how ancient? Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, if it's in a cross, it can't be
It's a landmark. So.
super old, but yeah. Boy, super old. I mean by again English standards, not by American ones. It is weird being an American and you think something is old. It's like, oh wow, that's really old. That's been there for 500 years. The Native Americans built that big mound of dirt. It's just like, here in Guernsey, how old is some of those menhirs and stuff, Bill? Not the Millennium one, but the. I mean.
Millennium Stone look like someone.
Not that.
The Millennium Stone over here looks like,
The
like a
menhirs.
jagged fucking tooth. Menhirs have been here for literal thousands upon thousands of years.
Yeah, it's very cool. So Jewish holiday makers, certainly making something, seen dismantling a Christian cross. Oh, so it's not ancient or anything. It is just
It's a white cross of Trelaw. So again,
Were they trying? It says they're trying to make a giant Star of David. Rampham in its place. Is that what they were actually trying to do? Oh God! Well, they were doing something with it. The heck?
Yeah,
Well-
it's hard. It's really hard to find.
Oh, they did. There it is. Now, hang on a minute.
I would
Is
like
this
to
a
say
landmark?
things-
It's been about 50. It's a 50-year-old monument.
It's been there. Okay, thank you for looking it up. Because looking at all the other stuff, I started to think, wait a minute, is this just something people do with all the rocks on this hillside? They just
Unfortunately, it is also
draw
a
things?
separate cross called the Trelaw White Cross,
Yeah.
which mysteriously occurred of its own regard.
Huh. Dude, that's crazy. Just.
I would like to say some spicy things that would
Well,
no doubt get
what
me
is that
arrested in England.
What does that indicate? This is again the interesting through thread through a lot of the stories tonight. What does it mean that they dismantled the symbol of Christianity and put in place a Star of David?
It
That
means the
is-
Spanish
In Wales, a
were right.
You
place
have
that has
been
never
conquered.
had a place that has never had a Jewish population to speak of.
My point is, you can fly your Progress Pride flag in England. You cannot fly the flag of St. George. That is conquered nation shit. Those people felt okay to dismantle at least, local landmark to rebuild it with
it
their
gets better.
symbol. with
This place is
their
called the
flag.
Hill of Names because it's a massive memorial site.
Oh, of
Anyone
course.
to anyone who has lost people in the area.
And they're tourists.
Yeah.
So it's not like this is their land or something
the
like
cross
that.
is
or,
the
you know.
main piece of the hill
Yeah, you could tell from looking at
around
it again.
which
pull it
the
back
rest
up.
of the memorials are fixed. Literally the biggest part of a memorial.
Yeah, clearly. It's clearly the biggest by far, yeah. Dude, I've been having problems with Twitter doing this recently and not loading stuff well. Anywho, back to this story. As it is actually.
I will give Twitter credit
curtails.
for one thing recently. Is that Twitter finally you can actually listen to voice notes on the browser again. Which
I
thank
don't
you for
use
that.
those, but
Okay,
I
I've
love
used voice
them.
notes like once, yeah.
But I love the people at the Daily Mail asked. North Wales Live reported another local man saying, "I am a white British Muslim who lives happily in Llandudno and a large part of my life in Gwynedd. It's not only disrespectful, but as that cross has been there a long time, it has become a part of the local landscape." So rather than talk to the local Christians, they
went and talked
asked the
to a
local-
Muslim.
the local fucking inevitably ginger white
the
Islamic
ginger.
convert.
Right.
And even he was fucking
Yes.
defending its.
Even
not
he was
supposed to
pissed
be-
off.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah,
like,
even
that
he was like,
actually says something.
mashallah, you know? Or
He
whatever.
said over his fucking halal fry-up.
Yeah. Deans for 5 says, if you complain about this, you're woke. You're woke, right, James Lindsay? Probably. Well, we have a
Long
new...
time fan of the show. James
We have a
Lindsay.
new... What? You one fan of the show? No. Yeah, I think
biggest
you meant to
ball
say
washer
friend.
of all. no,
Yeah.
I'm not grading him.
Oh, we know he
Oh,
was a
I-
fan. He
I
a
know,
fan, he a
he's a
fan,
fan.
he a fan. Is that what you're saying? Holy
Yep.
shit. Wow, going
I
too
looked
far.
at,
I absolutely disavow.
I think he is bored as fuck lately. The reason I say that is because
yeah, clearly.
But he's been having a go at Carl for some things that he said.
Did
right?
you see he said that AA and Carl and Benjamin Boyce, specifically AA and Benjamin Boyce, canceled him in 2022.
Yeah, right. And also he said that he said some
That's
things
very
about
silly.
Sargon's diagnosis of the woke right and all this kind of shit.
Yes,
and,
yes.
Usually, if you do that kind of shit, it's because of a video that you released recently. I went to go look at the 2 videos that he posted. The one is from Sargon in fucking December of last year, and the other one is from June earlier this year. So it's like, this is like 2 fucking months ago, and the other one is 6. Like, how fucking bored are you that you're just looking
Well, he's
for
just
reasons to
terminally
bitch and
aligned.
lame?
No, he's
Exactly.
terminally
Lame
fucking
ass fuck.
unemployed.
Yeah, that too.
Hey,
Lame
how about this,
Gen
how about this,
Z,
Jimmy?
indeed.
How about you stack some fucking paper, get some bitches on your dick, and stop making it everyone else's problem that you're chronically fucking retarded.
Where is your paper? Where are your bitches?
Somewhere else. Who was in fucking Paris?
Here is your job application. I can't ever say that. We work on the internet. Well, you have a regular job.
Yeah, speak for your fucking self. I've got 700 more kilos of spuds to do tomorrow morning.
You have to do another 700 kilos of potatoes.
I don't know the exact amount, but it's going to be near that.
Bill did you already say that? You had to rumble? I don't think you did on the stream, did you?
No, I don't, because guess what? It's a fucking job. Everyone has one.
Bill had there's a festival in town. And Bill had to apparently
it's North Show. It's one of our cultural festivals, which we have many, and which you should have more of. Everyone else, if you don't have a cultural festival, smash someone's head until you get one.
Yes. So Bill had to. They were basically supplying the whole festival with oh my god, with French fries.
Not the whole festival, just my mum's fish and chip shop.
I had to change my thought process there.
Okay,
not French fries, because French
why
fries
you
are
went,
7
"Oh my
mil
God,
skinny
French fries."
chips.
I know. I was trying to make it again because
I
we do have a lot of
abide
Americans
false
and
advertising.
non-bongs in their audience. Oh, that is funny. Just how that happens over time. Anywho, flags are dangerous. Why are flags dangerous?
In an ideal world, they are.
In an ideal world, for sure. Council Chief sparked fury when they ordered the flags to be ripped down, saying the unauthorized items are dangerous and could potentially kill motorists or pedestrians. I know that was the excuse what they meant by dangerous. They were saying that they could dislodge from the posts or whatever they had been attached to, and then fly onto cars and cause accidents.
Meanwhile, they've left
they
have not collected rubbish in fucking months,
No,
and
I think they are collecting it again, but
I'll
bring it up later.
4
About
months.
Birmingham.
Birmingham 4 months did not collect any rubbish bags.
Yeah.
That was left to rot in the street, posing a colossal biohazard to the surrounding area.
Yeah, and this is in Birmingham again,
as
just to
the
clear.
bags fucking rotted, as the contents rotted down, as the bags split and ruptured in the sun, and that were torn open by vermin and started to attract vermin in of themselves. That's not a threat to the region, but a fucking 2 foot by 1 foot square of cloth is.
Yeah. Let's get through some opinions on it or whatever. This article. Brits are made to feel ashamed. It's vandalism. People are angry. There's no coincidence the flags have popped up when immigration is such a hot topic. We've seen protests against so-called migrant hotels. I got an update on that one again. And small boats and are angry, but most don't resort to vandalism. I think legally, you could probably call this vandalism. It shouldn't be, but again, just going by the book, right?
Hey. People always say they like to be dangerous. I mean, the flags are so dangerous. I've got a flagpole.
Right.
Who's the fucking first volunteer?
Yeah. And again, remember, this is only a problem for some reason with English flags or any flag that represents England. Absolutely fine to fly your Palestine flag, to fly your Progress Pride flag. Those are all fine.
Boils down to, I say this with every bit of goodwill I can muster in my entire carcass of a body towards. If you're a political person in any shape, way, or form, at state level, at municipal, regional level, if you don't like people hanging their country's flag from lampposts, be very careful in case they think you'd look better up there.
Yeah. Indeed. So, Jonathan Wong's been covering not just this topic, but also the protests a lot.
My favorite member of Lucy is, well, ex-member there. But
Ex-member, but yeah. What
historical member.
Historical, there you go, yes. Yeah, Jonathan's very cool. So yeah, here's what they've done. The city cannot freaking clean up trash, but within, I mean, hours, maybe days, but perhaps mere hours, they managed to get a truck out to clean this up. And again, by the way, I mean, I forget that it was Turning Point UK, but I thought it was Turning Point US for a second, and I was like, oh shit. But, wow, that's making international news. Well, I would have been just interested if it had been them posting it, I mean. But
they didn't even do it properly. They just brought out a street sweeper and had it do donuts on it.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're getting it up very well.
It would be easier to just spray over the top of it and then reseal it with a torch.
Yeah.
So not only did they immediately pounce on the site with fucking both hands to try and solve it, they didn't even do it correctly.
No.
Just repaint the site and reseal with a brush torch.
Yeah.
It is half an hour's work.
So, as far as I can tell, this has been done to quite a few roundabouts, and not just the one, because there's so many different pictures of things that appear to be different and in different places. That's all I can.
The paint's different. The size is always different. Yeah. There's different degrees of decay on the actual paintwork.
I read a bit of this article, and some of the framing of it is very fucking funny. So let's see. Reform-run Midland Council is to remove the cross of St. George painted on roundabouts as the truth emerged about a video which wrongly sparked condemnation of the Birmingham City Council. Roundabouts painted with St. George Cross appeared in Birmingham and other areas. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see. The council has faced criticism online after issuing a safety warning over the flags, but some posts have directed anger towards the local authority in a misleading manner. Oh, basically, we fucked around, we fucked up, and now we feel threatened. It's so pathetic. It's so weak. One video shared by right-wing activists, and political organization on Facebook appeared to show a vehicle cleaning the St. George colors from a roundabout and featured a caption criticizing Labour-run councillor, which may have been that video. I'm not actually sure if this would. That's why I put these together, because I think that's the city. It looked like the city to me. I'll bring it up again just to be clear. That this are you saying somebody who doesn't at least work for the city has this truck? You know what I mean? What else am I supposed to believe about this? Who else? I mean, I guess maybe like a private company, I suppose. It just that's just typically what looks like I don't know, municipal vehicle. Could be wrong. Let's see. The video actually showed a roundabout in Bromsgrove. Oh, never mind. Oh, so I didn't read this part of the article. I skimmed through it. So it was just a different area. So don't get mad at us. Oh, okay. That's very cute. So it was in another town. And that's it. That's the whole... That is the whole truth behind this, apparently. Wow. So there's more than one of them. And another city did it, not Birmingham. And in fact... this is why I brought it up, because I saw this part. They proudly proclaim they have not removed any England flags since the start of August, as in the month that we're in. Like, what the fuck? I mean, well, they haven't done it, I guess, this month. Is that something to be proud of? We do it all the time, but we haven't done it quite yet this month?
Industry is the bit from Hot Fuzz. You got a license for that gun? Yeah, for this one.
This one, right? Yeah, it was that wasn't us. It was another city. No, we've not taken down any flags this month.
Have you crushed anyone's civil liberties for no reason? Not today.
What would you like me to? Just so bizarre. Oh, this is the and don't get this twisted. This guy is a reform counselor. Carl Perks. So reform.
Never trust people named Carl.
The Conservatives, following recent events in Bromsgrove, which again aforementioned this weekend.
Very subtle, Bill.
I'll try my best. No, to be honest, I've got no problem with SOGs.
Every Englishman who flies St. George's flag does so with pride. Family, communities, and country is one of the biggest policies as Reform UK. And locally in Worcestershire, we stand by that. There are many ways that people can show their pride by flying and showing the St. George flag in your own front or back gardens, or on cars, or on windows, or in community building where this is agreed to by the whole community. Climbing up lampposts and attaching flags to them is not the right thing to do, mostly because it's dangerous, yes, and could damage, and any damage could cost the taxpayer money to repair. It's dangerous and could cost the taxpayer money. Okay. Dude, this is,
It's
again,
impressive
so
he managed
weak.
to
I mean,
write
you give
all this
fucking
with a
shit
dick in
about
his
the
mouth.
taxpayer money.
Exactly. And speaking of cost, well, again, it's reform.
We need that
We're supposed
money
be
to house
economically
more
conservative.
migrants.
Yeah.
Of course.
Meanwhile,
That's the
we'll
real
still
reason.
piss money up against the wall, putting in those fucking facial recognition type
Right.
fuck speed cameras that the Blade Runners keep breaking.
Yeah. And
By the way,
speaking
I
of-
do support the Blade Runners. Fuck them. Fuck the government in all its forms. These people are tyrants and deserve the fucking whatever comes to them.
Fuck the police coming straight from the underground. Yeah, true. True, to be honest. Okay. This act of vandalism... I'm sorry. And speaking of costing taxpayers money, this is exactly what the illegal painting of the red crosses on local roundabouts will do. This act of vandalism will cost our county, council money to rectify. As the cabinet member for highways of Worcestershire County Council. Dang, I can't read, bro. Too many C words. Indeed, there are too many C words involved. I know. It's because I'm hyper from caffeine.
Hence
I will be seeking criminal damages so that every other taxpayer in the county does
Slow
not
down,
pay
not
for
slow
this.
motion.
Okay. So lovely. That's reform, even.
So he's going to be actively pursuing this so that everyone who
Yes.
did this will get.
That's what he's saying.
No leniency, no whatsoever. Because, in other words,
Yes.
just for the simple fact that this made his day-to-day job slightly harder.
That it annoyed him. Yes. He's slightly inconvenienced, and now he's going to personally go after the people who did this. This is reform.
So, are you a homosexual?
The
again, it's
supposed answer to the
it's-
Conservative Party
it's
not actually being
impressive.
conservative.
It's impressive that someone who sucks dick this hard managed to not be in fucking Homeland.
This is the party of Nigel Farage. Like, just if we're, get
Hey,
people
Nige,
outside
here's
the
an
UK.
idea. While I'm subject of old Nigel, here's an idea, Nige. Next time you want to come back to Guernsey, don't, and fuck off someplace else. You're not welcome at the fucking Albion House or any fucking place else.
Has he been thrown out of the Albion? They should.
I can tell you this.
They
much.
should revoke his ability to. The Albion is a. How old is that pub, Bill?
Albion House is a while old, but it's it's claim to fame. It's the closest pub to a church in the world.
Yes.
A gargoyle and its gutters are like a hair's breadth
Yeah.
from one another.
And it's
It's
in
where
this
the
pub.
UKIP from manifesto
Yeah.
was written originally.
Yes.
How Brexit itself was outlined was in that pub.
So Nige came over here to sip beers at the Albion House and write
He ducked into the Albion
Right,
because over here
Brexit.
at the time he was so popular that he couldn't actually get anything done because people were like collaring him in the streets so often. Was popular.
was being operative.
Relying on
that's his
smugglers
party.
and privateers and ne'er-do-wells. Of course, we liked him back in the day.
Yeah.
And here we are, having fallen off harder than iDubbbz.
Oof. Oof.
Jeez, that was a heavy shot.
At least iDubbbz had the common
hurt.
courtesy to be mentally fucking dead. His
Just
ghost
to-
isn't here. It's long since given up, shat back into the depths of hell where it belongs to one day be accompanied by his whore wife. Nigel continues to prance around on Earth like the world's shittiest lich.
True. Oh, speaking of, I totally wouldn't have remembered to do this, but you mentioned Lich, and you said Lich, and I was reminded that today is Ron Paul's 90th birthday. Is it 90th? It is his birthday. I double checked it's his birthday, but
That's what you got from Lich?
yeah, because he's old.
It's
will live on
August
for
20th.
fucking
He's
ever.
90.
Yes, it is his 90th birthday. Everybody say happy birthday to give some Ron Paul some Dr. Paul some happy birthday wishes. I gotta find the meme. Hang on, I wasn't anticipating this.
Fuck the Fed.
When it's the Ninja Turtles meme. Hang on, people who know already.
Give him
but,
what he wants for his birthday. Get rid of
Yeah,
the federal
this is-
government entirely.
Yeah, here it is. Here we go. This one.
I know we're not necessarily get rid of the federal government, just everyone in it.
It's funny because it's true.
mean,
Happy
if you-
birthday, Dr. Paul.
Here's to you, Dr. Paul. for inspiring me to scare the hose.
Yes, indeed, he did scare many hoes.
I would. That's a bit. Well, hopefully not. He was a fucking gynecologist.
Well, I mean,
Was he actually?
politically, yes. That's why he's a doctor and he's a gynecologist. So is Rand. Is it? No, wait.
no,
Rand's not
Rand
a
isn't. He's
gynecologist.
a podiatrist.
He's right. It was something else that started with a
fucking
P, and so I
say.
got confused.
I think
He was a
all the orthopedics-
gynecologist. That would
Or-
have been the fucking funniest thing, like meme-wise.
Wait, he was a gynecologist though, right?
It's Rand Paul. It's not. Rand Paul is an
Yeah.
ophthalmologist. Sorry,
Ophthalmologist. Oh,
not
right,
for
right.
eyeball.
Yeah.
Whereas,
Yes.
Ron Paul is a gynecologist.
Yes.
I mean, how long has he been in politics? He knows his way around a cunt.
That does explain a lot. actually.
Exactly. So, this is from earlier this year, March 31st of 2025. Britain's second largest city declares a major incident as 17,000 tons. Not 17 tons, 17,000 tons of uncollected garbage left on streets. This is Birmingham, which, okay, it
No, it's
wasn't
metric
Birmingham.
ton, too.
It was the town over, a town, what was it, Bramford or something it said. I can't recall which one it said.
For
It was,
reference,
but-
that's the weight
What?
of an offshore oil platform, the largest ones.
Yeah.
That's like
le-
a super tanker of weight. That's,
But there's certainly, Birmingham is one of the places where they are wanting to, and now they have said they are going to take them down. So it is happening no matter what. It's like, oh, we didn't do that. That was another town. By the way, we are going to do it here anyway, though. They can get people out to do that and left 17,000 tons of garbage on the streets just earlier this year. It really shows you the priorities, right?
Who's in charge
Now, this
of the
is-
council?
With this in particular, this was a strike, right? It was the garbage collectors went on strike, or they were protesting of some sort. So, it wasn't entirely government corruption or incompetence. It was that there was some strike going on. So that's why that happened. But it's still, this is the same year. This is, how are your tax dollars serving? How are the citizens of Birmingham's tax dollars serving them in any way? Have just tons, 17,000 tons of trash left in the streets because they can't work out something with the unions. Meanwhile, we'll send someone out immediately once they make sure they've clarified we didn't do it. That was another town. Now we're going to do it ourselves. The same fucking week. Ridiculous. Something that's not causing any active harm. It's paint. Dean's
it's
for
not
tea-
even sealed paint either. It would have worn off naturally.
Yeah. This garbage, it
emulsion,
attracts
those things.
vermin. It's disgusting. It's a biohazard.
To say nothing of the chemical hazards involved. If there's
And
any
chemical hazard?
pesticides or anything, other chemicals or anything that's breaking down and releasing chemicals. This is something I was going to bring up earlier because we mentioned the fridge being fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what happens when a fridge burns?
With the gas.
This
Yes, the gas that's one of the refrigerant types that is used commonly in non-CFC fridges, when burned or heated, like in a heat wave,
we watched that video about this.
forms phosgene gas.
Yeah.
If you're exposed to a small quantity of phosgene gas, like being downwind of a major pile of, say, a fridge that is burning or being next to some kind of heat source, in about 15 minutes, it's enough to give that the next day you'll have a pulmonary embolism and fucking die.
Jesus.
That's
I forgot that part. I thought we watched it.
Phosgene gas is what the Germans used to drop on English trenches. And it was
Jesus.
considered one of the nastiest things, apart from chlorine, which actively dissolves your skin. Phosgene's more insidious because by the time you've noticed the smell of like freshly cut hay, you're already fucking dead.
That's insane. Whew. Dean's for another 2 says, does this mass of garbage include the people? I don't hate Birmingham. I like Manchester far more for towns
Really?
or cities in the north. Yeah, I always have a good time anytime I'm in Manchester. Birmingham, I've had some not so great times, and dude, one time I was in Birmingham. Was that in Birmingham or in Manchester where I could not get a hotel? The hotel that I had booked literally just overbooked me.
Oh, here we go. The story again. Let me go get a drink.
I'm not gonna. No. It's just the hotel overbooked me, so I couldn't get in anywhere, and that was that was in Birmingham, and that really sucked. So I've had some bad experiences in Birmingham, but I've generally had a good time in Manchester. No, I'm good, thank you. Bill was asking if I wanted a drink since he's getting himself one. Anywho, so in addition to the 17,000 tons of garbage, they're also 350 million pounds in debt. This is as of last October, nearly a year ago. And I couldn't find a more recent report on the updated debt. But the city is massively in debt. Again, can't figure out a compromise with the... can't figure out a compromise with the sanitation workers. So just let thousands and thousands of tons of garbage pile up. But they can come out and make sure to get rid of your flags. And if not just, putting them on the roundabout is one thing. They're also taking down the flags, or actually a lot of it is they're trying to get regular people to do it, I've noticed. They're suggesting people who are very often do work for the state, telling them to basically volunteer their time and go take them down. I've also seen just older people going around and taking them down of their seemingly own volition. So.
Ugh, fucking boomers.
Boomers. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Ugh.
Fucking useless.
Boomers, indeed. So, yep. But they can...
insufferable wankers of a generation.
They really
Fucking
are.
Boomers.
Well, you wouldn't want people to feel unwelcome. You wouldn't want people to think there's a bit of a racism going on.
Oh, did you see the Indian kid who was walking there?
Hmm?
The Indian kid was just saying, "Oh, look, I feel unsafe."
Oh,
Hold on.
wait a minute. Excuse me. No, I don't think I have seen that. I was trying to scan my brain for it. It didn't come up. Plot to raise hundreds more flags on England's streets. Army of Patriotic Operation Raise the Colours activists vow to defy council bans with St. George Cross displays. So, I just brought this up because this is ongoing. There's plans to put up more. You can see the people, have bought tons of them. And they're very cheap. I think that this is like decals and stuff. On Temu or those kinds of services, you could probably buy them for something like probably, I'd guess, 25 cents each or something like that. So they're not expensive to buy in bulk. I did see this interaction, and this is actually what I was referencing. Is it here, this interaction? Yeah, because it seems like this guy says here that he doesn't actually, it seems like it, maybe I misunderstood. So we'll watch it again. If he doesn't actually work for the council, or maybe he does, but he's just been told to do something about these flags. Or no. I'm getting that confused with another video. Sorry. Let's just watch this one.
Who's asked you to do it?
Gosh.
Who's your boss?
I cannot drink caffeine. It drives me nuts.
What's his name? I'm not going to find that outside. No, but I want you to tell me his name. So you're on the front line made to look like a complete and utter idiot. Right. Yeah. Because if you're here, the whole of the Isle of Don has paid for these flags to be hung, for you to authorise them to be taken down. And then you're out here on the front line.
I'm not going to argue.
You can't argue, mate. You've tried to steal them. Officer, the rest of our flags that we have bought with our own working money, he has thrown in the bin. I want them back. That's fair because of your refusing to give back.
Oh, these guys get pretty mad at him too. Yeah, it's like this guy has just come again. Another boomer, by the way. Like to point out, he's come by and throwing his flags away in the trash in this case, but doesn't work for the council, but had been informed something about it that he should do this kind of stuff. So it does seem as if the counter protest or whatever you want to call it is also being organized. Here's this part though.
They can be where they want. What about when all the Palestine flags are up?
Good question. What about all the Palestine flags? Why is that not an issue? And that guy, the one guy gets immediately irate. Looks like he wants to punch him. That's unfortunately where it ended, though, so. Oh well. Let's see, group members have vowed to redouble their efforts and have rejected criticisms that the movement is aggressive. There's nothing aggressive about flying the flag. It's a banner, an emblem, a sign of patriotism, nothing more. Downing Street yesterday backed the flying of national flags, although it stopped short of commenting on individual cases, such as the disputes in Birmingham and Tower Hamlets. And again, this maybe is getting confused with the roundabout thing. It was apparently, again, in another town. But Birmingham is doing it as well. So it's pointless. Splitting hairs, really. Asked if Sir Keir was supportive of people putting up the English flags, his spokesman said, "Absolutely, we put up English flags all around Downing Street every time the English football team, women's and men's, are out trying to win games for us." Yeah, sure thing. It's all ridiculous. Spoon, are you there?
Yes.
Oh no, I have been left. Okay, I've been left alone.
You asked for the video. That's what I was looking up.
Oh, okay. Right. Let's see. Anything else interesting in here? I only put this just to show that the kind of size of things. Here's the clever idea that I really liked, which is to paint it on potholes. Another major problem
brilliant.
in a lot of these cities is that there's potholes everywhere, and the cities will not come and fix them. The council won't do anything about it. So apparently, if they can get trucks out within the week at least, if not within the day, to erase the St. George's Cross, well then maybe you should paint a St. George's Cross in a pothole. Now, you know what they'll do, by the way, is the unfortunate reality of this, or the double-edged sword of this clever idea, is that they'll probably just go there with a, like, high-powered, I don't know, water blasting device and just make the pothole worse to try and get rid of the flag and not fix the pothole. Would be my guess. Do something that ends up actually making the pothole worse. Just in anticipation. So if you want your pothole fixed, it might not actually be the best way. But I do like the idea. I think it's funny. I also think this one is funny for the same reason, which is to get bin bags with St. George's crosses on them. And by the way, like, this is AI generated, so, or it looks like it for sure. So presumably, though, if you have a white bin bag, you can just draw a cross on it, and then all of a sudden, all of that trash that's piling up might actually get taken away and dealt with. Because suddenly they're motivated to actually do their fucking jobs. Oh my god, yeah.
So
Does
if
the
you want
mass
to get rid of things, paint the St. George's flag on them.
Apparently.
Okay, so...
Where are you going? Uh-huh.
I wonder what or who you could possibly paint with the flag. I'm just saying.
Well, these are just ideas. They haven't been tested yet. These are just ideas.
Is throwing paint at someone count as assault?
And as Jonathan also, I mentioned this earlier, but as he points out here, it's okay for the state to put up these Progress pride flags. It's not okay for English people to put up the English flag. This shows you who rules, does it not?
Homosexuals?
Apparently.
Deformed? That it's genic?
And brown. Well, I learned last night because I forgot, because this also came up when I was talking to Uzulu last night, is apparently the black line, now the brown line does stand for non-white people, but the black line stands for AIDS. I had forgotten that.
Oh,
So gay,
that.
AIDS, so gay, brown, AIDS, ridden.
Considering the chances are most of the people who represent that flag do have fucking AIDS.
Sometimes it just spiritually AIDS, okay?
Why not both?
Yeah, you can have AIDS in a physical sense, but also in a metaphysical sense. Oh my god. Okay, where was I? That wasn't it. Shoot. Oh, here we go. That was the hypocrisy. Yes, here's the Bell Hotel story. Lost my place there for a moment. So the court has ruled asylum seekers must be removed from hotel. This is the Bell Hotel. What is this? Where was this in? Essex. This one is. But it's not the only hotel. There's quite a few of these that are, even though they're still private companies that own the hotels, the government is paying hotels to put up migrants and serve as exclusive housing for them. Now, and by the way, and on top of that, they also get money, where they get a certain amount of money for food. They get, apparently, phones. I don't know if that one was actually confirmed because I saw conflicting reports on that. But they get all of this covered. Their housing, their food, apparently, yes, their phones.
Because how they track them.
True. And, yeah. So obviously people were upset.
Probably.
Yeah. So obviously, British citizens are upset that these migrants who have a high propensity towards violent rape and criminality otherwise are being put up in hotels and given stipends and free phones in the process, right?
The idea of the phones is that these people have got an IQ of about 40, so when they do crime, they usually use the phones to
True.
organise it.
So
So
basically,
it's
all
what they get their
this
money
story is-
from. It's, I guarantee you,
Yeah.
all their fucking benefits money they get is on the phone, or automatically it's like on the digital cards. Also, did I
By
hear
the
the
way,
word
just
spiritually
to be
Asian as
clear-
I walked in the door?
Oh, having spiritual AIDS.
It's
Oh,
worse.
yeah, that's
Because
right.
you can have AIDS in a physical sense. Obviously, you can actually have the HIV virus, or you could have spiritual AIDS.
And this version you can catch from phones.
Yes,
Hearing aids.
maybe. But by the way, look at
I
this
actually
too.
find most people have it just from looking at their fucking phones.
True. Every single person in the hotel, all 80 rooms full, are men. No women and children. Which is always one of the excuses. Oh, these are women and children. They're refugees. They're escaping from
Literally
wars.
all military age men.
It is a barrack. Tell me that
It would
this
be
is
a
not a
billet of that
barrack.
size.
Yeah,
It is by definition a billet house.
this is a place that houses exclusively fighting age men who are religiously, if not culturally, at war with the people around them.
Well, only look at as far as the people who are supporting them, and as they shriek and scream, usually in foreign languages, about how much they hate the UK, think it's an invasive, imperialist nation that needs to be destroyed.
Yeah.
They just say it openly to,
Yes.
to film to news crews that came down to watch them say that to cheer them on.
Of course, the video that the BBC has elected to attach this article is July showed projectiles being thrown towards police officers. Let's see the projectiles. What do you want to bet it's paper or something? Oh, it's
It's a water bottle.
water bottle. Yeah, okay.
An open water bottle.
Yeah, right. Well, cause, I mean, that could potentially hurt if it was closed, but
All
if
the
it's
police
open,
officers
No,
are mainly
that-
fucking women.
right. Of course. And so yeah, this is the horrific violence on the streets outside the Bell Hotel,
Should've
and
been
it's not
fucking
just
petrol.
this. There's several hotels actually. One of the I can't remember the name of the chain now, but I think like the last time or maybe one time I was going either to Birmingham or Manchester. I think Birmingham. I looked at staying in one of the hotels. It was not a migrant hotel, but it's the same chain. And I was like, why is this so cheap? And then immediately I had that alarm bell where something, it's like, why is this like 30 pounds cheaper a night to stay at than any other hotel? And that was why I think it's the
realize
chain.
the chain's
The chain's
completely
name
different.
has been, now is just affiliated with being a shitty migrant hotel. And I saw the all of the reviews, and for the last several years, all of the reviews were from foreigners, mostly Americans, by the way, who I'm sure had the same thought I did of, well, why is it so cheap? It looks nice, doesn't it? Because it's an old building. So it's like, oh, or older. So, which was my thought as well, but then I started to realize all these pictures are also very old, and it's all people saying, yeah, it's completely run down shithole. Because everyone locally knows not
Yeah.
to stay there.
It's a completely trashed building full of rapists
Yeah.
which is run by an entire organization of Kislings.
Does Chipotle exist in the UK? I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty
not.
sure I've seen one. We have a little local place that does something akin to Chipotle. Here's the thing, though, about them moving the migrants out of this
Yes,
hotel. They're not sending them back, I'm sure. They're just moving them somewhere else.
UK's got 20 Chipotle restaurants.
Oh, there you go.
Not many, but it's a few.
Yeah. So again, these are the people. You know, these are the people who are in support of them. I'm sorry, got my links mixed up. Linking sex attacks to migration is dangerous racist diversion, warn 100 women's groups. Women's rights groups.
I'm glad.
100 different ones.
I hope the fucking check cleared, you fucking charlatans.
So a bunch of
As you
women's...
sell the fucking safety
rights.
of the women of the UK down the fucking river so you can get another paycheck, you absolute human scum.
Yeah, and women every time are responsible for this shit. But I mean, they're really not. They're really not. In the broader scheme, the machine is going to do whatever it wants to do. the cogs have no effect on it.
If these are non-profit organizations, they have to post up who gives them money. Do they not? If they take a substantial donation, they need to declare it. Do they not?
I'd presume so.
Well, let's find out how much it would cost.
That cog analogy was really bad.
How much?
Sorry.
If let's find out what the price is of the sexual safety of the people of a nation. How much does it cost to get a feminist group to shut up about a circus of rapists coming to town?
And I'm going to show you exactly what we mean by circus of rapists, if people aren't already aware. So, of course, this is a dangerous racist diversion to say that migrants have anything to do with rape. I don't know how you can say this in England in August of 2025 after... I mean, I don't even know how you say this and expect anyone to take you seriously. That you don't understand the correlation between migrants and rape gangs. It has been demonstrably, in court, played out that there are migrant rape gangs that went on while being assisted and protected by the police. And, you know, uncriticizable because they're migrants and you're not understanding the fucking connection here. Yeah, so women, once again, being the worst for women, for other women. If you care about women's safety, you wouldn't care about being racist in order to protect women's safety. Because obviously, yes, no one is denying that white people also commit crimes, and sometimes that includes rape. But disproportionately, per capita, I know that very despised set of words, migrants are doing the raping. Overwhelmingly.
First we say job application, now per capita, we're really pushing the boat out in terms of racial politics now.
I know. Yes. So it's about men. It's just, or you know, racism. I'm sorry, like, you know, it's about the racism, and I'm sure it's also misogyny. You know, women. It's typical shit.
And yeah, as people in chat put it, women's rights groups with 3 parentheses either side.
Right.
I'm sure these non-profit organizations have a CEO making a fat fucking stack of cash.
Yeah.
As he sits in the Bahamas getting that fucking dosh every month.
Well, I will say, as I often do, I am tired of talking about women's rights. It's time to talk about women's wrongs. However, this is not actually a woman's wrong individually. Blind woman was terrified when migrant living just meters away in the Canary Wharf Hotel burst into her home. Family reveal. So this was a pretty big news story too. So it was a blind woman was at home when a hotel migrant burst into her house near Canary Wharf. That is in Manchester, yeah? Canary Wharf's in Manchester, yeah? I think so, right? But you can type it faster.
That is...
I've been there.
No, it's in the Isle of Dogs.
No, I've not been there then. Oh, there's a really similar named wharf.
It's in Tower Hamlets.
And that was in Manchester. Where am I thinking of? So no, I've definitely never been here then.
In London.
Oh, okay.
Also, Canary Wharf is the
privately owned
financial district of London.
Wait. Yeah, I know where that is then. Dude, I got that all mixed up in my head.
So this is in the depths of the financial district, one of the most expensive places to get. Like,
oh, really?
property.
I didn't know that part. I mean, I've heard about the story, just didn't know where it was located.
Prime fucking wagey region. Like,
a lot of wharves in old cities have been rebuilt. In Baltimore, it's like this too, and are all very big financial sectors now. It's like that at the wharf I was at in either Birmingham or Manchester.
Don't get lost in the weeds,
I've now gotten those mixed up.
Don't get lost in the weeds.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, getting lost in the weeds. Sorry. I was trying to remember if I had been to this place, is all it was. Or in the area. Anywho, someone burst into her house, who feared for her life during the episode, her family here have revealed. The man is said to have entered the house on Wednesday night after being followed by a group of men on the street and told to go back to the hotel where anti-migrant protesters were gathered outside. So this is the kind of spin on this, right, I guess?
Well, but the very fact that they did not mention that this was a sexual assault tells you everything you need to know.
Does this one... This is the Daily Mail.
Terrified, letting just meet his way in Canary Wharf, burst into her home and revealed. I think this is the exact... Yeah, this is the exact same one who they glossed over the fact that he broke into her home she woke up to him jerking off in the fucking court.
Yeah, okay, that's the story.
And then he
right.
found out about it because her daughter came home and spotted him.
So, okay, that is the actual story. I was actually... Remember, we were looking through articles earlier, Bill, and I told you I was having a hard time finding the actual story.
Yeah, because they have been obfuscating this.
So, we'll just tell you, that's the actual story. Is that this dude who, as you can see, they're blurring out his face. I won't.
It's the one that you think it is, with the fucking sunken, soulless fucking eyes.
This guy, dude...
The one who looks like... Who would make... Like, if you put this forward as 1940s propaganda, the Nazi party would tell you to calm down.
Would blush, right? Yeah.
Goebbels would fucking blanch at this.
Oh, I don't think I can... Yeah, okay. This guy, who is living in one of these migrant hotels, so this is in London then, broke into a blind woman's house, started jerking off. Her daughter, this is just the story. Her daughter found out about it, and then apparently went over to the hotel and was violent in some capacity.
She was stopped from going over there with a meat cleaver.
Oh, with a meat cleaver, yeah.
Because she was going to storm the facility with a meat cleaver.
Thank you.
Keep in mind, this is not like it was a quick incident. This is someone who was in the room, like, jerking off, and was only spotted, like, sometime into this.
Yeah, because she was blind.
Because, she didn't even know he was in there until the daughter came home, came to see her, and found him. So God knows how long he was in there. It could have been hours, it could have been fucking days. And he had every opportunity to murder this woman in her house.
To actually go further.
Yeah.
Understand that already doing that, I think, could be defined as sexual assault. I mean, considering the circumstances, like, he jerking off. She can't. He's also like, invaded her home to do this. I mean, I don't know how else you would describe what that is other than sexual assault. I'm trying to come up with another term for it. That's why I said I wasn't sure at first, but I don't know what else you could call it. It's fucking insane.
The same people who think that if they suddenly get cold feet and think that they regret sleeping with you, suddenly that's rape. But they'll apologize you for this shit.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, the women's rights groups say you're just being racist.
He should be decorating a fucking wheel on display at the gates of the city.
Oh, she was asleep. Killer is dead? Oh, no. Okay. I thought it was because she was blind. Yeah, This is the problem, though, as you just saw with that article from the Daily Mail, even.
They didn't even mention the sexual aspect.
Yeah, they didn't even mention that.
And you would think it was less a quick, like he just like wandered in.
Yeah, she was asleep. Yeah, there's absolutely no other term for that other than sexual assault. I don't know how else you could possibly define that.
And the police turn around and say there was no crime committed.
They arrested the daughter, didn't they?
They arrested the daughter because she was going to go over there and sort this out.
With a meat cleaver, yeah.
Yeah, and guess what? Any fucking in person would have done the same damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then they do not want to even charge him with the crime. They won't. They don't believe a crime's been committed because nothing was stolen. He will have not even a warning for breaking and entering.
No. God. Yeah, I'm sure he won't.
100 years ago, people like this would have had their... Like, no,
are you understanding now, too, guys, why they blurred this why they blurred this adult male's face out so you couldn't see what he looks like?
The people who founded this nation would have splayed his ribs with a fucking axe and
I think it helps to see it.
Shoulders.
I think it illustrates the person. Like, this is... Look, it's a fucking eye. He's got no eyebrows. He looks like he looks like an alien, bro. He's got no eyebrows.
That's the polite thing you want to say. I have a lot more base things I want to say.
If you drew this man, if you made a drawing and traced over this asshole's face,
piece of shit.
If you took a picture of him and traced over it with a pencil, they would put you in fucking prison.
Yeah. Yes.
Because of the artwork.
Yeah. Well,
if you drew him accurately, they would throw you in fucking prison.
Yeah.
And they would laugh about how you'll be raped by Muslims there for it. If you don't just get murdered in your... Like, as people did get fucking stabbed in prison over some of the fucking protests.
Yes.
They throw them in prison, and then they get stabbed by their fucking Muslim cellmate. And that's how the fucking system works, is how it's intended to work.
Yes. Slosher for 20 Canadians says the government is having to crack down because normies are nudicing. Liberalism is a failure. Oh, just noticing. I don't know why. I made it a nudist. Sorry. We don't need them here. They don't even like us. They add nothing positive to our society. Their labels are losing their effect. Yes, absolutely. I mean, that's what it seems like to me. People on both sides of the aisle, such as they are politically, are all losing their faith in liberalism. The experiment has failed, and everyone, like even, you know, the ones in the back are starting to pick up on it a little bit, that this whole democracy thing is a sham.
We're in the belly.
We were
on
just
the
a
guts
little
of
bit
this
hipster
beast,
on it.
and it's
Just a
not
little bit,
long
though.
since bled to death. You can either start carving your way out, or you can be crushed.
Yes. I am being serious about that, because obviously there's been tons of people who have talked about monarchy for many, many years, even in the modern context, of course, Curtis Yarvin, and the guy we always cite, von Kunat Leiden. But Spoon and I both kind of saw the writing on the wall on that, a little bit ahead of the time at least, that that for sure the democracy thing wasn't going to work out, and it was foolhardy to try and find some way to make democracy work. I don't know how much you ever really believed in that at all, Spoon, actually.
What?
That there was any value in the pursuit of democracy as an idea.
I never believed democracy was even fucking real, even as a kid.
Oh, fucking base, dude.
Horwitz,
No, I didn't
given
really-
any odds on literal purge, I can only hope.
I didn't.
I was a
really-
libertarian. I was like, you know, we just need to have more libertarian values and
I was a
free
fascist.
property, or excuse me, not free property. It's like no freedom of speech, freedom to own firearms. I believed in all the libertarian nonsense. You know, it's just need more liberty. That's what's good for society.
I was a fascist from about the age of 12.
Very, very incorrect on that one. However, as I mentioned with the Ron Paul meme earlier, everyone who was a little child who grew up with Ron Paul as their sensei is now a right-wing extremist.
Speak for yourself. I came up through fucking Stormfront.
Yeah, well,
I was
Bill,
born in a federal honeypot.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, about
see,
the time
about
the time I got the about the time that 14-year-old me got the rank of most accurate guesser, like ethno guesser on the site. It's like, I don't think these guys are very serious about all this. I think they're a bunch of fucking hobbyists, and they were.
I would say I had my progressive phase, as everyone does, but getting away from it is not very challenging if you're someone who likes jokes.
That too. Yeah.
If you like to have fun in any capacity, you will leave anything to the left of basically fucking Buckley at the speed of a bullet. Because
my
the
God.
left are insufferably fucking boring.
You have given us a great segue. Speaking of having fun and being left alone.
What, Joy Reid is being left alone?
Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, sorry, that's the wrong link. Wait a minute. Where's the W place thing? Hang on. I think that's a good segue. Okay. This I was going to save to the end, but that was such a good segue, I had to get to it. Here we go. So, this W place thing this is not the first time I've heard about this website, and we used it today, and I thought we could use it for a little bit here tonight. But what it is you can just go to the world map, and you can draw anything you want on it. And this relates again to the topic of flags. There's a lot of flags. Not and accidentally
ago,
flags minus the L.
He was very obsessed with having like a spoon icon somewhere in the world.
Yeah. I remember that.
Okay, before we continue, why does the Zaku 2 on screen have a trans flag on one
Because
top head? Like Xeon
everything-
doesn't explicitly exterminate anyone whose genealogy isn't perfect.
Because everything has to have a trans flag. The reality is what you're seeing there is the drawing having been defaced, if you
Most
want to use that
likely,
term. So what has happened on this website where you can draw one pixel at a time on the screen to create a little pixel art image, and actually quite complex stuff with enough pixels because it's you're drawing over the whole world. Yeah. Just on like a Google Maps type thing. And what has been happening, people were having fun, celebrating their local cities, culture, whatever, obviously drawing dicks as one does. And then a bunch of, I don't know, at this point, a bunch of Deltarune communities. Deltarune is the sequel to Undertale, which is a spin-off made by a guy who worked on Homestuck. So you have the worst post-Tumblr fandoms
and
on
inspired
Earth.
by by fucking fucking blanking on the name, fucking Mother 3. Mother 2 rather.
Earthbound.
Earthbound, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, Hatshopper for 5 says you can draw anything you want on it as long as it's Deltarune. And that is the thing, is that the mods essentially, the moderators of this website are facilitating in addition to liking this game Deltarune, they're also all trans, of course, and or gay.
Because who else would be unemployed enough to achieve
Who
these
else
things?
would be this unemployed besides the rainbow people?
You're already bitchless enough that you had to become the bitch, or at least try
Right.
to, and end up a horrible homunculus mirror of femininity.
Well, they may as well be there, otherwise they'll be hanging around somewhere else.
You can only hope.
Right? So and I noticed some things in looking around with this. What they're doing is they're going and defacing other people's art to make it either related to the Deltarune game, like it's they change the eye color of characters other people draw. That's very minimal. But what they mostly do is put trans flags and rainbow flags all over everything. However, what I noticed, what you won't find in much of the reporting, but you can see this if you go and look at it yourself, is that they seem to target specific places that they think are either there's nobody there, or that gets a low small population, or that they seem to think is conservative in some way, and that's where they go and draw the most aggressive forms of their gay flags.
Faggot.
I'll show you what I mean. Actually, we'll go to it. W place, right?
Flaggets.
I'll make sure I have the. I have the URL right. There it is. It's not live. Okay. So I'll show you what I mean. Yes, they are that. They are indeed flaggets.
What's the nickname of Deltarune fans is currently Deltatroons. So.
Well, yes, they are. I mean, they are. It's obviously. So.
Fucking hell. Japan got the worst end of it because they're all because most of the Japanese fans of anything are busy currently
that was good.
in a naval war. An actual naval war game is currently ongoing between the American naval bases in Japan and some of the locals who are just enthusiasts of history. They've recreated a number of very major battles in and around the Japanese Isles. Oof. And using what's current, I believe, whatever the Navy uses for war games currently.
So I'll show you what unfortunately has befallen our small island.
Okay, before we continue, scroll down to the left a little bit.
Oh yeah,
Marzuku.
Yeah.
That's an actual. I listened to that. That's an actually pretty good album.
Oh, this album, yeah.
Yeah, that's Marzuku, Colliding Stars. It's that's inspired by Ultra Kill.
I like the Virgin Mary. I like this. This is very nice. However, yeah, we also have Furry Island with the Guernsey flag on the top.
And we keep getting invaded by whatever the fuck's going on in Herm.
Do you see what I mean, though? Like all this gay shit. I mean, the hearts aren't so bad.
This island has 65,000 people on it.
Yes, just to be clear.
Its average age is currently hovering into the 60s. And you lead me to believe
if you took a college
this
dorm, made it
many
with Big Brother, and just gave them internet connection, this is what you'd fucking
Pretty
get.
much, right?
This is not
there's
the
Clippy.
population locally.
At least there's Clippy. Look, there's Clippy right there.
There is some base stuff mixed in, like Le Miserable. That's definitely going to be one of the actual locals.
Right.
I know that town does.
Oh god, furry pride. Kill me.
Burn this fucking island down.
Oh my god.
Is there a swastika there?
That's the thing, is that the mods of this stuff are deleting anything that they find offensive.
Wait until you see what happened to her, not Aldney, rather.
Oh yeah.
Aldney, that's up and right. Though there's that one Cancol character that would turn up pretty nice in the center.
Yeah, so there's a couple of islands that are. So this is.
That's her.
It's Guernsey and the Channel Islands, like the Channel, right? Like, or its associated islands, and these are the ones that are associated with Guernsey. Or these couple ones here, right? Well, that one changed. This one is all Pokemans, but I want to show you what I mean in comparison, right?
Sark's just full of retards, so I'm not really surprised.
Jersey's is also. It also has a bunch of furries on it, doesn't it?
Yes, but it's not as bad there.
No, look, they at least have their flag front and center on it.
There's actually some base stuff. There's a Junes thing. I remember there's a bunch of...
also a rainbow Star of David.
There's a bunch of weird dog whistles in Jersey. Oh yeah, don't forget.
in the top left-hand corner. Jeez.
Yeah, I was thinking. I saw that. Thought, fuck me, that takes me up. Don't skip over Alderney now. Don't skip the Void Island.
Oh, right, the Void Island, my bad. We wouldn't want...
This is an island with 2,000 people on it. The old joke is 2,000 pissheads clinging to a rock. Look at the fucking state of the Delta Troons.
The Delta Troons have been... You see what I mean?
It was such a nice, cursed void. But this is the island that up to the 70s was run by... I
liked it when it was just Void Island.
Yeah, because guess what? Up to the 70s, Alderney wasn't a Christian island. It was run by a fucking Zoroastrian Mithras cult. So
I'm going to zoom up here in Brighton to show you an interesting comparison I noticed. Because Brighton is the gayest, is the San Francisco of England, right?
Al Murray, the British landlord character, famously called San Francisco Brighton with a bridge.
And yes, it's full of gay stuff as well. But what I did not notice in gay cities, because I also did look at like San Francisco and LA, is that, look, it's just like all their little Twitch URLs, and everybody's being all nice. And yes, there's their big gay flags, but it's all a nice safe space here, right? So they go and do the only thing that these people can possibly comprehend of as conquest. And that is to go draw on somebody else's area with their gay fucking video game shit and their flags, you know? They're some type of slur flag. You know what I mean?
Flaggots.
Yes, the flaggots. They're freaking flaggots. Actually, and to further illustrate this point, I will now show you the very small town in West Virginia I grew up in. Like, this is not... I haven't lived here in 30 years.
Not current residents, please do not send car bombs there.
Don't send car bombs to some town I haven't lived in 30 years, you know? Not quite that long, but still. Wait, we gotta go out a little bit. West Virginia, and up here. So this is the town I grew up in. This is a very... I mean, there's more people in this town, I think, than there are in Guernseyville, to be fair. I think there's about... this area.
Unlucky for you. I hope there's fewer people here in future.
So just out of curiosity, I went here, and there's a commie guard. And hey, punch a Nazi to death.
John Brown did nothing wrong.
Bender?
There is a bender. I did like the
plenty
bender.
of them.
I like Napoleonic bender.
There's benders all over the fucking place these days.
Well, that's true.
Get rid of them.
But there's again, it's harder to say because this stuff changes all the time as they go through and, you know, deface stuff. But you can see on my little tiny hometown, this is like one of the most depressed areas of Appalachia. Trans rights flags, Deltarune shit. This is the only way that they can feel powerful, is to do this kind of shit. And it's fucking pathetic. But anyway, I just wanted to go talk about that for a minute because I did think it was fun. Do you want us to go to South Africa? Because I can show you something weird, Spoon.
Oh, do I have to?
Yeah, I forgot. Let's get the whole party involved, shall we? Okay, so I noticed with Johanna's, is that they have turned the South African flags into Palestine flags.
Hang on, wait. No, there's some fucking light in the darkness. That's a really lit Turok 2 wrapped up there.
Yeah, again,
there's always like one light in darkness. Here it's Turok 2. Off the northwest coast of Guernsey, there's a redo of Gila. Really nice pixel art.
And then you will see that Pretoria is nothing but ponies.
Literally nothing but
improvement over what it actually is.
However, one last place I wanted to visit.
Can we have the one white pill place?
Yes, we're going there now.
The story of Rhodesia, a land of fair and great.
Wait, hang on. Excuse me, let me,
an independent state.
one moment. We need to actually,
against the wishes of certain governments. I am not getting shit canned by the rights holder
well, excuse me.
of Rhodesians Never Die. I don't know who the fuck it belongs
anyway,
to.
Rhodesians Never Die. Let's see how it's going in Rhodesia.
Right. Actually, pretty lit.
Let's go. Let's go.
Fucking
I have
apartheid flag, fucking base.
I have seen some of the most clapped out shit I've ever damn seen in this place. I will tell you that. There's some wild shit here, even by my standards.
Let's go.
It's just
I'm fairly
colonial paradise.
Let's scroll.
I know.
Rolling down to Salisbury Town.
Is the
thing is,
apartheid flag.
I don't think... Okay, so this is another hypothesis I had. is that the freaks won't want to touch anywhere in Africa. The only places they want to plant their flags on are white countries, right?
Yeah.
They won't feel comfortable doing it to non-white people because that's colonialism or something, right? So the only places that they will put their gay flags are on European white countries. So, and when I looked around, we went to Buenos Aires, and Buenos Aires is just football flags.
Germans.
You know, just different. Yeah, that's what we were actually looking for.
What are the Germans obsessed with? Football. Okay, here's my favorite one. Here's my new favorite. I was pretty fond of "Leave My Foul Alone," but they kind of lost some lines there because that's very clearly a G3A3 or an L1A1. But here you go. A picture of British flag and the Rhodesian flag and say, "We are sorry, Rhodesia." Should have been said in the 70s, man.
Very based.
There's some real someone just stole my back. There's some wild shit. Free Palestine, Palestine's crossed out, and nuke both is written, and then everyone around it says yes, there's.
Yes. Anyway, I thought this was based. And again, I think they won't, they're too afraid to come in and mess with African countries. They can only plant their flags on white nations. So when you actually go to
God bless Cecil
Rhodesia,
Rhodes!
God bless Cecil Rhodes.
Ave Christus Rex is also this really is what it should
Rhodesians,
look
in
like.
fact, do never die, as it turns out.
Yeah, they somehow end up online despite all being in the 70s.
Yeah, weird that.
Hang on, join duty, and then like the fucking like duty in Russian from fucking Stalker.
Don't know. Okay. All right. We have
does Russia look
a
like?
woman. Oh, let's look at Russia. Yeah.
It's a good question. We never did look at
Where's because I have no idea.
Petersburg.
And then I'll move on. Sorry, I know this is kind of a weird
Just find some
aside.
place in bumfuck Nowhere Siberia where it's nothing but like the only thing there to go look at is like the old gulags.
The Ethiopian looks like freaking moon runes, dude.
Ethiopia's got an infestation of fucking Pokemon, it seems.
Yeah, it's all full of unknowns.
I wonder if there's
Alright,
like a
where should we go?
giant... It's like a...
Mongolia's gonna be wild.
Yeah,
We need to go have a gander at
You go out in the
Mongolia.
middle of. You could probably out
Ooh.
here. You might find something really scary, but
We're getting close to the steppe nomad regions. I'm not so sure
Right,
about
yeah.
that. That's where you start seeing real shit. Just follow your gut.
yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
think.
well, I don't know. Wait a minute. Now here's Tomsk. I was reading about some scientist or somebody from Tomsk or something about it. Oh, it's
Jesus.
oh my god!
Dear
Oh my god!
It's. If you ever wondered what 4chan looked like back in the day, you're looking at it.
Yeah, Jesus.
This is what it should look like.
Dude,
This,
Omni-Man
we
is so
found it.
kicked up.
We found it. We found the control group. This is what it should be looking like.
This is what
There's a couple
they're
of
not on
Undertale
4chan
things, but they're
anymore.
all
Here
shit
they
bags.
are. They're all in Russia.
There's a
I
lot
was
of, you can
expecting
tell a lot
Russia
of
to not
love.
be very occupied. Fucking hell, this is...
No, this isn't
Wow,
occupied.
shit,
This is what.
Jesus.
This is just pure 4chan. These are all the motherfuckers who were using my island's IP address, so they could, and
Yeah.
then got our IP range banned. Fuck
That's
you,
okay, 4chan
people.
sucks.
I'm just going on poll. I had a rare
This is
flag and
art.
everything.
This is great.
It's
I like
Sam
this.
Travis
Hudson.
touchdown on the shitter.
Yeah.
Fucking a fucking George Floyd meme in Cyrillic.
I have no idea. Sorry about Tomsk.
A Coca-Cola logo for some reason. There are a couple of. I'm seeing some other Delta True stuff, but it's in the massive minority.
It's okay.
Scotland forever for some reason.
What the fuck?
And Cap
There's a
flag.
lot going on here in Tomsk. Let me tell you, this is a.
It's
confused
lovely.
city.
I mean, there's some gay stuff. I mean,
But it's very few and far between. It's
I
at the
mean-
level. It's at the level of concentration you'd expect. You know.
exactly. This is really cool.
One or two.
Look at how good
What a
things could be.
JoJo fan. This is what it should look like. This is balanced. Everyone's happy. You know. Everyone's having a grand old time.
Everyone is. This is what it should look like. This is what internet anonymous collaboration should
Okay,
look
maybe not
like.
this neck of the woods in the top left. Okay, now we're starting to get into the weeds here. Now
Yeah,
it's
there's-
starting to look a bit sketchy. but
It's
these are the
interesting. Isn't
assets
it
to
interesting how even when you have they self-segregated. Even when people can do whatever they want, they segregate into their own areas.
Oh,
they do, it's normal.
the rare.
I know, but you
The
can just see it happen even with art in a visualized form. The self-segregation.
A lot of Ultra Kill albums, but yeah, look, the rare italicized Triforce, like Super Triforce.
Yeah, I mean new friends can't.
New flags, new
New
flags,
flags
can't.
can't. New flags can't Triforce. Shit. Okay.
What are you, some kind of flag waver?
Well, speaking of the little containment zone of the gays, right? In general, and also over there in Russia.
I wanted to check Mongolia.
Oh, everyone, you can all have fun in your own time, but I feel like we should hit some more things. Okay, so I've not seen this. Spoon sent this. A lot of that was women moments, or more specifically, men pretending to be women moments. In terms of all the
basically, for those of you who don't know this, the only reason why Joy Reid was in any way on television is just to be a race-baiting shithead. She literally has no other qualifications, and she doesn't even know that. And so when she goes on any other show, she's basically the same twat on every single... She went from MSNBC to some random dude's fucking Substack. That's how much she has crashed.
Yeah.
Utterly fucking worthless.
She doesn't deserve even that.
Deans for 5 says, got banned from W Place in the fight against the Troons to preserve Princeton vlog? Princeton vlog. What is that? Hang on, my apologies. I'm not going to look at it on screen, though, just in case, but that's the Dutch tricolor.
Oh, okay.
The historic Dutch flag.
Spicy.
Oh, yeah, because guess what? We did actually cross... We did kind of just...
Very base.
And not only will they do all this, they will deface things like memorials.
Yes, that's specifically part of it, too. And it's just, but then again, weak, pathetic. They're weak. They're pathetic. They're bald. They're trans. Okay, like, I can't even.
Their dick doesn't work.
Their dick don't work. All right.
They're dickless.
So what did they do? They go and plant their gay little flags on places where they think they can get away with it.
What was the other one? Is that when the Japanese got together and made a giant Japanese flag, they were turning it into the fucking Chinese fucking CCP flag as well.
It is.
They were defacing like the memorials of people who had died in disasters, and people's personal memorials who had nothing to do with. There was nothing politically involved.
Because they're spiteful mutants. That's why.
Yeah.
We all know this.
They've already removed themselves from the gene pool, and they're going to take it out on everyone else.
That's true.
Their fucking walking corpse of a body is rebelling against the things that's been done to it.
And here is a spiteful mutant as well, Joy Reid.
They can't fix the history they did. Their ancestors made this country into a slave hell. But they can clean it up now because they got the Smithsonian. They can get rid of all the slavery stuff. They got PragerU. They can lie about the history to the children. They can't originally invent anything more than they ever were able to invent good music.
Excuse me. Hang on. You know what? No, I want to let it ride. I want to hear the whole thing.
Black folk gave y'all country music, hip hop, R&B, jazz, rock and roll. They couldn't even invent that, but they have to call a white man the king. Because they couldn't make rock and roll. So they have to stamp the king on a man whose main song was stolen from an overweight black woman. They can't.
She has to point out she's fat.
So, women not throwing other women under the bus for being obese.
1 second challenge, impossible.
Let's ignore that Elvis didn't like the moniker the king because he was a very devout Christian. And the only king's name was Christ. As it should be.
How are you taking credit for country music?
Oh, well, you don't okay.
They were
so you have to understand. You have to understand. They have this belief that African slave music, Creole music, is the foundation for rock, and much of modern country is influenced by rock music, and therefore it all goes back to African slave music.
As far as I'm aware, black people, you did not invent the pentagon scale.
Well, no, see that.
Oh, pentatonic
that's
scale.
all.
What the fuck
that's
am I saying?
Whatever you're talking about. Pentatonic. Pentatonic. That's trigonometry. Okay. That you're just pulling some trigonometry on me.
Check the comments because I remember that if I was in those comments earlier and they were fucking wild.
Or no, tricknology. That's what it's called.
Trigonology. Yeah.
Trigonology. I'm
sorry. Is there anyone more racist than her?
Man, Bill responds. There he is.
That's got audio, by the way.
You're right. Yeah. I mean, Bill, you do look a little bit like Big Les.
He's got far more hair than me.
Scroll down and see some of the comments.
Okay, let's see what we got.
Michael Jackson still beat it from an overweight black woman.
Yeah, apparently. Well, that case, instead of Elvis.
Yeah, that's
I do
what
have vitiligo.
I'm worried about this is where I always get in trouble with Twitter, is that someone will say something insane or post porn in the comments like this. That's how I've always
I'm
gotten
not
in
in the
trouble with
comments.
that. When I no, because I said earlier I didn't like to
Because
go through
OnlyFans
Twitter,
whores camp out
and that's
successful
why.
posts.
Yeah, they camp out on successful posts, so that's why that's how I always end up accidentally having somebody come up on screen on freaking Twitter because you're scrolling through comments. It's always been the case, and I forget about it. But luckily that was safe. But that was just by luck, to be fair.
God,
So, in more American news, which I don't know what the hell that was, to be honest. Like, that was just... I couldn't really even understand what the fuck she was saying. It was just
she's just
ramblings of a
rage bait.
lunatic mind.
Here we are, everyone's favorite.
Oh, look. He wore a suit this time.
President of the Lollipop Guild himself, a man who looks like a Smurf going to a funeral.
Yeah, and he's still seemingly refusing to play ball. He's
Yeah,
being
also looks like
obstinate.
Gargamel.
He does. But the reality is he doesn't have a fucking choice. He never really had a choice.
Look at... Oh, you know what this
doesn't
shot
now.
reminds me of?
Which
Remember
is why
when...
he's wearing a suit.
Remember the really drunk gay stream that Sargon and Milo did?
Oh God, yes.
You
And he
mean
grabbed-
this
and he-
one? Hang on.
And he grabbed hold of the back of Milo's neck, and Milo
Yeah.
went, "Ooh."
That was
It's
the
the
Milo
exact,
one. I was
it's the
getting it
exact
confused with...
same fucking death grip on Zelensky's neck.
That was a very gay stream.
Yes, it was.
aggressive,
They
yeah.
all drunk.
Aggressive.
And he get when he's what gave you that idea that when Milo put on the burqa or when Sargon was wearing fucking Medica's old getup for the internet aristocrat?
I think it's
It's like I
because he
find
said he
it.
can suck his dick. I think that was probably the gay bit.
Oh, I can't find that one picture where it was like, find a woman who looks at you the way V looks at Sargon. V was just on here like 2 weeks ago, or was it last week? Not trying to shit on him. But V and AA got into it over the OSA. Kind of forgot to mention
Yeah.
that.
Well, yeah,
but
that'll happen. I mean, V, God bless him. V is just trying to make his porn game and earn a fucking bag. And every turn
Hey,
this
come
poor
on.
son of a bitch has turned
know.
to, it's been another hurdle,
He
another
gets
fucking
screwed over.
lead pipe to the kneecaps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, let my boy earn a bag. He's worked hard.
Yeah, exactly.
The one thing I just didn't like is when V said that Carl Schmidt is childish.
Okay.
For
Did you expect V to have a nuanced take on Carl Schmidt, or to know who Carl Schmidt is, let alone have read Carl Schmidt?
No, the bit that I
Rich
just took
Schmidt,
issue with is when he said the friend-enemy distinction is ridiculous because in the real world you
Yeah, I
do business
know.
with people. And I thought my immediate reaction was, V, Hitler did business with Stalin. That doesn't mean they're not enemies.
Yeah.
So the friend-enemy distinction doesn't evaporate. It's just there. And they're still in the fucking war with each other.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, V, that's terrible.
I don't expect...
Not being able to recognize what friend-enemy distinction is, though, is...
think about what Romania's gone through historically speaking. You
You
might
see
say,
what I mean?
oh, that might be a cultural hang-up because
Yeah.
Romania
Exactly.
gets passed around like Milo at a party.
Yeah. So that would make sense, maybe, why V does not see that as
Yeah.
being very overtly evident, being Romanian. That actually makes a lot of sense. I mean, I don't know. I'm not trying to
Let's get a
really
list
inside
of
his head,
all
but
the
that would explain it.
What political systems has Romania used in the last 200 years?
All
of them.
Same with Germany.
That fucking country has had more owners than like the average
brothel.
like 2003 Ford Fiesta.
Oof. So, look,
Dictator Vladimir
Zelensky,
Zelensky.
little tiny there, tiny little Hitler, nowhere near
No,
his
he's not that
cool.
cool.
He doesn't have. Look at how much he had to get pressured to wear a suit. Nowhere near as cool for that reason.
Trump looks like
Absolutely
he's
alone.
Fucking pinching him with the back of that neck.
Yeah, he looks like he's
Yeah.
gonna pick him up.
Yeah. Okay. You know when you run into someone and their kid, by the time you've arrived, their kid has already been running around acting a little cunt so badly they've had to step in already, and they've just gotten by them like with this exact pose with a fucking death grip,
Yeah.
like a Vulcan martial artist on his fucking neck, because he knows the second he lets go, that little shit is gonna be running at that punch bowl again.
Right. The reality is that things aren't going great.
No.
And it's supposed to be that we're bringing
Look how
Putin
fucking
to
tiny he looks
heal.
in that picture.
I know. Well, he's the
He's
ultimate
5'5".
manlet.
Yeah, that's the
He's
thing.
a pocket prince.
That's the whole thing. This entire conflict is between him and Putin, both of whom are like 5'2".
Yeah.
He sounds like a butt plug.
It looks like a slap fight in the Shire.
What?
You said pocket
Hobbiton.
print. It makes him sound like a gay.
Yeah.
It doesn't butt plug.
Well, it's
Hobbiton
Hobbiton
versus the Shire.
versus Shire. Yeah.
And it takes place.
This is the alternate. This is the alternate timeline where one of Merry and Pippin switches sides.
Oh god.
I'll tell you why all of this is happening. All of these discussions now. By the way, and when Zelensky goes back and talks to the Ukrainians, he's like, no, we need to have a favorable deal. Essentially saying that like Russia has to lose something in this. They absolutely are saying they need to maintain Donetsk, Luhansk, and Crimea, and I can understand principally, but what he specifically said was something to the effect of that a constitution does not allow him to cede a single inch of Ukrainian land.
Well, if that's the case, we can always dissolve the country entirely, and we can pick over your carcass.
I mean, that's an interesting way of trying to get around this, is that my constitution won't allow me to cede land. But that's the argument that we're at with
Then it
him.
will necessitate the dissolution of the document entirely, and with it the country.
Oops, that's the wrong link. Here it is. Oh, I misclicked. That's why.
By the way, you guys know who Sergei Lavrov is, yes?
Yeah.
I'll have to refresh myself.
Yeah, he's the foreign minister for Russia.
Yeah.
He's the foreign relations expert. Yes.
I
don't know. Yeah, I don't know where I read this, but as far as this thing goes, I think his stipulation to Zelensky is concede the territory we've taken, or we will just take the rest.
Yeah.
Which is like an absolute fucking Chad thing to do. Like, you have
no
stake in this. Fuck off. Like, who the fucking hell are you to dictate any terms of, like,
good point, Saranthus, too. Ukraine suspended its constitution. I didn't even think about that, but you're completely right.
He is the one who suspended it so he can stay in power and perpetuate
suspend the
it, so
elections.
he would not get elected.
So I don't care what your fucking constitution says then. Even by your own rules, it's not in place right now.
Yeah, with the ceasefire in place, are you going to have those elections now?
The last 2.5 years has been, oh, look, Ukraine is going to win any day now. It's like, dude, can you...
Yeah.
So it's,
of all the things
2
that
more
I've
weeks.
ever seen, anything that I've ever seen pushed as far as trying to make a thing via the media, this has been the most hardest bullshit thing that I've ever seen in my entire life. When it was fucking obvious, just looking at the goddamn size of Russia versus the reluctance of the Europeans to actually get involved, that it was obvious Russia is going to win, because Russia always does war like this, just by attrition.
Yes.
Putin
Attrition.
openly
It's
said
how
that
they have
I'm not
always
interested in getting all of Ukraine, because then they'd be on NATO's fucking doorstep, which is a thing he's trying to fucking avoid.
He wants a border state.
Yes, he wants a buffer.
That is what Ukraine has been for a long time. And it's why despite all of the promises, they were never going to be in NATO. That is not what it's there for. It is a buffer state. And I know that sucks for the people of Ukraine, but unfortunately, in the freaking global political game that everyone's playing, you don't have a fucking say in it, and it doesn't matter. That's what your state has become, and what it is
when
a border.
Russia has several thousand more munitions, arms, and nukes staring at you, and you don't have anyone to back you up, there comes a point where you have to go, maybe we should, like, I don't know, do what the Russians say.
Well, that's what's happening, and this is, as Trump posted,
territorial concessions is fairly fucking normal. Oh yeah, so
this was Lutsk. 68 miles from the Polish border on June 6th, so just a couple of months ago. For those wondering why Trump is effectively presenting Ukraine and European leaders with Putin's terms of surrender, this is why. This is Russian bombs NATO equipment at will as it comes into the west of the country. Again, 68 miles from the Polish border.
And you might think, oh, this doesn't look like very much. Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's... That was a big one.
June of this year. Suka, indeed. That's insane.
Munitions large enough that they're visible to the fucking naked eye.
Yeah.
Those of you at home who wish to learn some new words, there's some ones you can't repeat in polite company.
Well, I think every single word said there was a curse word.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think every single. I recognize most of them, or more about thereabouts.
I don't want to go off a war or anything, but like that's pretty badass.
Oof.
That's
Here's
some
the
like
thing, what
that's
we've learned
critical
from
Russian
this-
tech. You like, don't fuck with the Russians.
what we've learned from this is that the Eastern European countries still cannot actually modernize war, and they are continually stuck in a World War One mindset. Because apart from these munitions dropping
Trench
in,
warfare.
all the fighting is a fucking autistic slapfest in trenches, with the added bonus of drones.
2 weeks to flatten Donbass. Again, this is how. Well, no, I think he's being facetious though, because that's what it was claimed, is that they would take Russians 2 weeks to flatten the Donbass.
Hey, Trump,
the reality is
you
that
said when you get back in charge, you were somehow going to end this war in 3 fucking
Yeah.
days. Yeah, how well did that turn out?
To be fair, he wasn't
Well,
expecting
where we
Putin to
at?
speed run a country. For an Eastern European conflict, this is remarkably quick.
True, but that's because Ukraine is entirely backed up and propped up by Western powers.
Yeah.
And
So-
this is them getting all the. This is everyone giving them all their old kit they've been meaning to junk and haven't been bothered to do so because it'd be too expensive. So we give them literally everything that we didn't want to keep around, and they got all that destroyed.
The thing with the 2 weeks to flatten Donbass or to flatten the curve, in terms of, there were always claims being made like Russia's going to win any day, Ukraine's going to win any day. I heard that stuff all the time. I think you were making a joke about the COOF, but yeah, or the 2 more weeks thing. But Russia, what it has always done again is play the long game, and wars of attrition. And so we're starting to see the inevitability of that, which is that the rest of the world who's been funding this conflict, allowing it to continue, while Russia just kind of casually goes about bombing them, is that the money's running out. The interest has run dry.
Well, let's face it. I'm not sure why we'd be surprised that Zelensky wants to continue this. The whole point of this was to just feed an entire. The idea was to just feed all the male population of the region into a meat grinder so they can bring in Israelis, because this is meant to be Israel's holiday home in Eastern Europe.
It literally is. Yes.
Road signs in
Because of the
Ukraine, in
Ashkenazis.
Kiev, are in Hebrew.
Yeah.
Not in a Cyrillic language, in Hebrew.
Or the Ashkenazis, or it's another group, isn't it, in Ukraine?
It's the Khazarites either way.
Yeah. Who believe that Ukraine is rightful Jewish clay, essentially, and I mean, I think Zelensky may be one of them. And I don't know, but I think he may be of that opinion, essentially, is what I'm saying. So yeah.
He's a Hebrew. That's not in question whatsoever.
Oh no, I mean, yes, he's Jewish. But anyway, speaking of actually moving on to the subject of Jews pretty soon after this, actually. Yeah, before we do though, I have some other just American news.
Okay, so
Since we spent so long on.
How much of this have we done?
Of what?
Look at that list.
It's posted.
What list?
Okay, the bingo card. Bill gives me the giggles.
Yes.
What?
Okay, the bingo card. He just posted it.
Oh. Wait a minute. Oh,
Okay,
wait. What? Did you just make this or something?
No,
Who made this?
Okay, we can cross off
Amanda
woman
said
moment.
Oh, 1 second.
Why is Scott posting something to me?
Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, from Disclosed TV, linked to me via Skog, Ukraine's reported lost 1.7 million men
Yeah, it's disgusting.
overall.
Yeah.
Over a conflict that could have been solved
621,000 men in a
instantaneously.
single year, this year.
That could have been solved immediately by ceding those provinces. And I'm not
majority
I
Russian.
and I'm not saying, like, obviously it's a huge affront to a country and its sovereignty that another country demands to take your land and you have to cede it. But
Yeah.
you're already like
No, I don't.
sort of look.
I
It's
do
a
not,
complicated
I-
history about Donetsk and Luhansk.
We have a-
Ethnically,
Aiden
they're
has a video
very, very
about it.
heavily Russian. What?
Aiden, you got a video about it. Doesn't
I do,
put them towards
yeah.
that for afterwards. After
Yeah,
the
you can
one-
watch
a video after this one.
my video from 3 years ago now about it. Where I
Let's cross off some
that was value free on the war too. I was just looking at the facts,
evidence, yeah.
not trying to because I went into that wanting to understand the conflict and not feeling comfortable having an opinion on it until I read everything I could about it.
Rigorously
The-
researched it, yeah.
right. So that's what all that video was look, this is a big topic, so I want to look into it. I'll make a video about it, right? Aiden talks British poorly. When have I done that?
Every day.
Not this time, most of the time, yes.
Wait, what?
You stupid or something. There we go. Now you can tick it off.
Yeah, good.
Because you did that reflexively.
What did I do?
Let's see. Bill gives Spoon the giggles. That's already happened, yes.
Yep.
Aiden talks British poorly, yes. The punctuality, we were late, so yes. Technical difficulties, we've not had that one for a while, actually.
We didn't.
Don't
no,
talk
we
not
have. Yes, we have. We have technical
It's
difficulties
also,
every day.
it's also tiresome, that's every fucking week.
Yeah, that's also every day.
Women, yes. Bruh.
Women.
We had a bruh.
Yeah, probably I would say the
Aiden goes to
Zimbabwe
Wowee. Wowee. Do I say wowee that much? Oh, no.
Aiden goes
I didn't
sedition
realize
mode.
Yeah.
We had that.
Did it happen today?
Food talk.
Food talk.
Yeah, we've done that one, yeah.
Homosexual.
Yeah.
Food size, yes.
Size cathartically.
Brave Discord gives
Do you call it
Aiden an aneurysm.
cathartically? I've
That's
heard
why
that
I'm back.
saying, but-
I'm on the Chrome now, guys. I'm on the Chrome.
What fucking order are you going through these in? Are you throwing darts at your screen? You blind bitch?
Yeah.
Like, calm down.
Yeah, I'm
I
just.
go left or right.
Well, I was going in. I was going in a clockwise fashion, outside to inside, personally.
God, you weirdo. I don't know what WoWE
is
means.
that an atypical way of going about it?
Bill, how are you following this thing? I was going just left to right.
Yeah, I'm going left to right like a fucking regular set of words.
Yeah, there we go.
They're like our entire language is built upon.
Yes. I don't know what WoWE means.
Wowee.
So going like that.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
We
Just
haven't.
me saying. It's just me going, wow.
Okay, your
But I
Doc Holiday
stole it from,
impression is now you've used so much that it's on the bingo card.
Yeah.
And they think it's Colonel Sanders and not because none of these idiots have watched Tombstone.
Yeah.
Oh,
Watch
no,
Tombstone,
how dare
people.
you? You should watch Tombstone.
We've had it on the Kino nights. We should have. I'll pencil it in for next week.
Yeah, that's the one impression I do that's actually pretty good.
Delicious slop.
Tis a moment. Well, what else did you call this really?
Yeah, it's
Stream
salt.
goes 3
is a moment.
hours. We're not far off from that, actually.
Yeah,
Well, no, we usually do. It's like
Yeah.
typical.
There's another
Typical
hour, and
set.
then it's 3 hours.
Yeah.
Spoon gets tongue-tied. Fuck does that mean?
I did a lot of that this evening. To be fair,
Oh, yeah.
sometimes
we all do that. I don't know
Well-
why Spoon's getting singled out. We're all
yeah,
with each other.
Spoon's getting singled out when this is a unilateral issue.
ADHD
At one
moment.
point, just go like,
Wow.
fuck, can't talk. Oh, I think that's because I was on the phone with somebody earlier. I think they might actually be watching the stream.
ADHD moment.
That's Aiden.
Yeah, there it is. There it was.
That's just Aiden. Yes.
We've not had a
brought that up
slop
before the-
story today, have we?
Just had one. Like I'd be on the phone with someone beforehand.
Well, I would say anything to do with joy
See?
is basically slob.
Yeah, that is
I
slop.
wouldn't say it's
Everyone
delicious.
likes a good bit of slop.
I
No,
wouldn't say it's-
slop is a specific thing. It's drama content mostly.
Which are you ready? Because I have some drama tonight.
Okay,
that I need to talk
preemptively cross
about.
that bitch off.
By the way, why is Destiny in the news?
Oh, well, wait, for what reason? He interviewed Brad Taste in Music, which is only matters if you know about the Brad Taste drama, which I've not brought up because it's irrelevant. Why else would Destiny be in the news? Let me think.
Apparently, he's.
Oh, because his son.
Yeah, because his
Oh, yes, was she
son
17?
is his.
I thought she was younger. I totally forgot about that. Sorry, my brain wasn't in
He
that
was
mode.
also Destiny was creeping on 15-year-olds.
That's what I heard. I didn't hear it was nudes to 15-year-old. I thought it was creeping on or being inappropriate. with.
Exact words were, "Have you seen the 15-year-olds they're making these days?" He brought that one
Oh,
back
did
up.
He
said it
is that
again.
really all it is?
There's a bunch of other nefarious shit. He said also his kid
And
chimed in on that
Okay,
subject.
so I know that saying "is that all it is" probably sounds insane, but I'm saying that because Destiny has said shit like that for years consistently. So it's like, that's just more of the same.
His kid,
The
who
thing that's interesting
unfortunately-
is his kid, who let me just. I did think
Does-
about talking about this, but let me. I decided against it, but I'll say a couple things. Destiny's son is 14 years old. Okay.
His palate isn't even formed properly yet.
Can
He's
people
still-
please stop paying attention to a 14-year-old on the internet?
This is
Like,
literally
his
a wink
life's
tweet.
already
Okay.
fucked.
Okay, I'm gonna
His dad
say-
is Destiny.
Okay, this is the thing. I'm actually going to defend paying attention to him because he makes fun of his
He's
dad
based.
through Nazi memes, and it's really
But-
funny.
Yes, he's
That's about
based,
the only reason.
But he's 14, so I have to say, hardcore, please don't.
We should
him any
not
more
be
attention.
subjected
Really
to
funny.
the opinions of a 14-year-old, even if they are
That's also
correct.
true. I believe it doesn't matter. Yeah, I do not ever want. What was that from?
I don't care how right the kid is. He needs to shut the fuck up. And
I
stop
do not.
incriminating himself.
It is very weird to even have that I'm able to see the opinions of a
It's a
14-year-old
wink
this readily
tweet,
on the
let me find
internet.
it.
Do you know what I mean? Even though at one point I was a 14-year-old on the internet. It's like, just ignore it, please. I know he's being based, and he said, what did he say? He said some really based shit. And anyway, he did say, he also went full, like, Hitler did nothing wrong, I think, didn't he?
Called Hitler a hero.
Called him a hero, yeah.
Based on that. I mean, if your father is Destiny, I can imagine you swerving like fucking hardcore.
That's what I'm saying. He's just, this is adolescent rebellion. Your dad is one of the most...
No, he's definitely both.
It's probably more that he's being rebellious because he's 14 and he's rebelling against his father, who is a literal dick-sucking shitlib.
Maybe the kids are going to be all right.
I love you, Steven. Yeah. You're cool. No, just kidding. Not. You're a piece of shit. Well, we've had him on. So, I mean...
Also, self-admitted rapist and fan of the show, Destiny.
Self-admitted rapist and fan of the show. Let's start calling them friends once we've decided these people are fucked and call them fans. He a fan.
Young people being on the internet is just kind of weird because when I played WoW, we had like 1 or 2 like 12-year-olds in our guild. And we actually had fun with them because they were bizarrely good at the game. And
many such cases.
Shit. Yeah,
we didn't actually give a shit.
Like, yeah, it's like, how old are you, James? You're 12? You're 12? Really? Holy shit. Like, if you play like that, we don't give a fuck how old you are. Just like,
I'm 12, and he like, does a weird jump and clips through the scenery.
Yeah. Exactly. Dean says, seeing a 14-year-old's opinion on the internet is a violation of my human rights. I agree.
It's a violation of the NAP is what it is. Again, the kid, if you're out there, keep up the good work in fucking private, please. Better yet, just
it just makes me sad. It's too late, man.
You
it's
and Chris,
too late
listen,
there, probably already, unfortunately.
Destiny's son and Christian Recader can go bond over their mutual desire to punch their dad's heads in.
Oh, right, his son's... I forgot, yeah.
When he fucking leathered Recader right in the fucking
I thought you were being polite by not saying Destiny's son's name.
No. I'm referencing the fact that Chris Recader, which is, I think, Nick Recader's eldest, most likely is the reason why Nick Recader had that big black eye that one week.
Oh, right. Yes. I forgot.
The theory that he twatted the old man.
I don't like saying people's kids' names on stream. Look, you can find it out. It's not like I can stop it, or I just don't like to contribute to it. You know what I mean?
What would the public at home do? Like, introduce drugs into his house? Poor kids already have a rat
True. Doesn't mean you need to make it any worse if you can help it. Anyway. Okay, let's see. Some other news.
We're not even finished the bingo card yet.
Oh, I thought we got through it.
No.
What?
We're on the second to last line.
Oh, sorry, 1 sec. I'm sorry, I thought we got through it.
I'm sorry. Good stuff.
There you go.
They work so hard on making this and keeping it updated.
Yes.
Okay, so homosexual, there.
Yeah.
Bill engages in ellipses gallows humor. I was about to call this out, and then I was like, oh, hang on a minute, now I'm picking up what you've written down.
Right.
So this is my second can of Monster.
Well, now you're also going to be shaking jittery from... I can't do caffeine, dude. It messes me up.
I'm staying up till tomorrow to do the spuds.
I know, and I'm... I haven't slept already in like 48 hours, so yeah.
Monster, I stand by that statement because I know it looks sketchy, but I'm not really bothered, so...
El Monster Monster 2 says, we had 14-year-olds with us and had fun. Spoon 2025.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. It's good old WoW days.
We've said worse on this stream.
Look, I was a 14-year-old playing FF11. I was an 11-year-old playing FF11 with adults, and we had fun, yeah.
Yeah, good times. It's back when you could call people like gamers and... Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You could just like play a game and have fun, and no one really gave a shit about the age.
And I had
you just kicked ass. Yeah.
There was the leader of she was married to the leader of our guild, Link Shell, whatever. In FF11, it's called a Link Shell. They were a married couple, and they like looked after me in a weird way. Just that was normal, not in a grooming, creepy way, or anything like that. But they just made sure that like, do you need help? Here, come join this group. There's, so you can be part of things that people are doing together. That was always it. It was
back
too bad
before everyone got
can't be that
insanely
simple.
Perverted. Yeah, it was a wholesome time. It was a simpler time where you could actually do shit like this without getting the fucking FBI involved.
Right.
Yeah.
I haven't played FF11 in many, many years. I played 14 briefly, but no, I haven't played
WoW
it for
during
11
Burning
years.
Crusade, but
see.
no,
I started playing WoW for a bit, but I saw it maybe like 6
I was
months.
too busy mourning the loss of Hellgate London.
Mm-hmm.
The greatest MMO ever made.
Yes.
That wasn't APB or Warhammer Age of Reckoning, all of which I
Oh,
played at launch.
APB though, so
I
funny.
played that shit at launch. I was there when they discovered the bug where you could just leave on the logo creator and it would just auto generate experience for you.
Oh right.
So people were just overnighting it.
Oh, let's get through this because I want to. Did we get through all of them?
Game
No, some
Awards?
more-
No.
Yeah.
Game
we-
Awards, of
you
course.
started
That
this,
we literally
yeah.
started with it. Yeah.
Bill Gives Spoon the Giggles is on here twice.
Yes.
Yeah.
You motherfuckers are slipping.
It happens a lot.
We haven't had a physiognomy check yet.
No, not yet. Oh, I've got one for you though. I definitely have one for you.
Oh, you
Spoon
do?
takes
Okay.
psychic damage.
What does that mean?
Actually, we'll get to it next. I'll do that real quick.
I take psychic damage.
And Brave
why?
and Discord issues. Spoon using psychic damage as any kind of shit.
Yeah,
makes
just
cringe.
you,
Have you
yeah,
cringed
it's
this
maybe you
evening?
cringe.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
cringe. Actually, not. Maybe,
Not
maybe a
today.
joy read. But you
No,
sent me
no,
that clip,
no.
so you'd
This
already
is a
cringed at
weird-
it.
Joy Reid's always just like that. She's just like an insufferable
Yeah.
nitwit.
We've been doing pretty well today, boys and girls, haven't we?
We have been. Speaking of though, physiognomy check. Let's do it since it was mentioned. Let's check off the box.
Are we gonna get Steven?
Now unfortunately we did look into it, so Bill and I
Fucking
know. But right, we did right.
Listen,
Remember what
I
it was,
don't need to look up anything to know that fucking, like, this sniper's wet dream is Somali. This is the motherfucker. Okay, when you're playing Modern Warfare 1 and you have to go snipe the Russian ultra-nationalist,
Just look at this Renaissance or anti-Renaissance painting. Look at this guy's face. He looks
Fucking
the
oh no, it's a fucking, it's a fucking, like, Renaissance painting, Gorillas in the Mist. Look at the bottom right image of him next to his logo. That looks like fucking anti-Algerian propaganda from the 1900s. Here's a question. If the Somali government, which has existed for like 2 years because the country's gone through 8 coups in the last fucking half an hour, how the fuck are they a lobby? Like, these motherfuckers so broke they don't even have a functioning government in their own country. They got more government in America than they do in Somalia. What fucking bicycle did these cocksuckers ride in on?
Yeah, they have
Oh my
more of a
God.
functional government in a more cohesive, functional
God.
Somali government in the U.S. Now, understand, this guy is running to be mayor of Minneapolis, okay?
He was already a state senator for it.
He was a state senator for Minnesota, and he's running to be mayor of Minneapolis.
I've heard him described as someone drew Chris Rock from memory, and it's very distracting.
Oh my god!
But it just, this
kinda look-
girl, this
God.
He look-
painting that we're holding up the woman who's about to shout, as
He
you
looks-
can tell,
he
and
looks
be very
like-
loud.
Okay, I've got a really deep cut. He looks like Oozloo's Jewish friend in blackface.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my god.
Hey,
Oh,
people,
I'm
Seth
in
here.
pain. Oh, I'm in pain, bro.
I was wondering why Seth hadn't uploaded in a while. He's here.
There he is.
Busy running a fucking campaign.
The propaganda picture.
Looking up to... Boy, that is like one-to-one the exact same posing Hitler used in the 30s. Like looking off to the right and toward the future.
You're looking up towards the future, yes. A future
Oh
without
my God.
a certain type of people. He probably, if he's Somali, he probably agrees, by the way.
That's a face that really does say Khajiit has wares if you have coin.
Yes!
POV, you are Pelennor Whitestrake and have had something of a gamer moment.
Bill, stop spitting, holy shit.
You're about to be informed about how Khajiit are not Mer, and you should probably stop
My
rewriting the
God.
census.
No, please. It sounds fate worse than death.
POV, you have just shouted the word Riemann whilst biting out someone's throat.
Oh my
Everyone is
God.
dreadfully confused as to why you had a gamer moment and screamed the name of an emperor who hasn't been born yet.
I mean, it does happen, though. From time to time, it can't be helped.
Can I just get a moment to breathe? Fucking hell, that's
No. I'm gonna keep going till I kill somebody. Which
enough
will
of
be
you.
a phrase that will come back to haunt me in a court case one day, I assure you. Everyone watch this, keep this clip to hand. It will be what puts me in the clip.
Oh my.
I don't know how you can be so, like, this person's obviously reasonably tall, but looks so short in the same.
He just looks like a demon. I have no other way of describing it other than he looks demonic. He looks like a djinn of some sort.
Like, yeah, like okay, this is what happened. This is the genie you get when you rub a 40.
Yeah.
How can I help you, master? You could fuck off back home. They say you can't put the genie back in the bottle, but fuck me, we'll try. Why is the guy to the left of him just look like Seth if he was depressed? I didn't sign up for this.
Sure didn't, and you're about to see what he didn't sign
I
up
used to work
for.
with Pyrocynical.
Oh my! Look at he looks so everyone looks so uncomfortable.
This is a Renaissance painting of discomfort. It really is.
Oh, God.
That's a look that says, "Hun, please, please."
Yeah, average male experience, by the way.
Why is the one in the background have a bruise on her face? Like she's been
I don't know.
punched? Or she's
Oh my
got a
God.
beard.
Or did she have
Why
a
is
beard?
Too Mad back there? You're meant to be dead.
Is Too Mad? No. It's just just.
Are we
the
going to talk
lighting.
about the legitimate fucking mutants in the crowd?
I mean, good lord. So this is
Have you noticed how the guy on the left, his face never moves between frames?
no. He just maintained this.
It's
What the
it
fuck?
doesn't move at all.
Whoa!
This man has
What is
dropped-
happening?
That's a man deep in the K-hole. Look at him!
literally
It's
doesn't
like,
move.
All around me
Oh
are
my God.
familiar
Like,
He didn't even blink.
faces, worn out places.
Okay,
There he
This
blinked.
man is so locked in. He's
he
in a
is
fucking.
so locked in. Oh my god.
That man has like legitimately. I was going to make a crack about Chim earlier, but here we are. Chim Chimney Chirrut, motherfucker.
Yeah, he's gonna zero sum. He keeps considering.
He's about to clip through the fucking ceiling.
Dean's for two, excuse me, says Bill is turning us into George Floyd, more like George Droid, I suppose. For like the Borg, all together, collective. That's George Droid,
Yeah,
right?
I am doing breathing
Something like
exercises
that.
in the background. Fucking hell, Bill.
Really?
Arrest resistance is futile.
If anyone wants to know, like, how do I stay in shape, this is how. I just get Bill
Oh
to
my
make
God.
me laugh. I just shed
Keep
fucking
them core
calories.
muscles strong, my friend, and
Well,
this is going
fuck it,
to
yeah.
be taken out of context, isn't it?
Yeah.
How is his head? Let's see. I replaced. Oh, Lamented said he replaced the duplicate square word with based. Yeah, that definitely based needed to be on there. Yeah, thanks.
I need some
Basically.
fucking water because fucking Bill legit made me cry laughing. Hold on. Fuck hell, that's...
Red Bartholomew Teasington for T says, "How is its head so big and yet it's so dumb?" What was that in reference to, Bill? Do you recall?
Well, he's got he does have a massive
this
skull
guy?
for his like everything about the proportions of this guy. He looks like he was put together
Yeah.
in the fucking dark.
Yeah.
I mean,
he must. Yeah.
I guess given
Just,
the
it's
complexion.
this guy. It is this
Also,
guy. Yeah.
you notice how it's the fucking high yellow bitch who's mouthing off?
Dude, she looks like she's like one of those Maori war dancers. You know what I mean?
She looks
she's
like my
with a haka.
sister-in-law,
Sorry.
brother side of the family. Touch of the tar brush all round, really.
Okay.
But only a this is a real high yellow
How
bitch
does your
to be mouthing
brother,
off.
Bill? How does your brother have a touch of the tar brush?
No, her side of the family.
Her
does.
family. Okay, I was gonna say
It was
what?
like-
are you implying?
Unironically, I think it's like one grandparent was like swarthy. It's this exact same argument that fucking Sargon gives.
Oh, so she's as white as Sargon, yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
This is such an, I think, foreign concept to Americans in terms of the swarthoid. It's 1/8, basically black.
Yeah, she's like an
right?
octoroon.
Yeah. But it's 1/8 of swarthy, which is, med. Just to be clear,
No, she's
not African.
There's some theory. We don't really know for sure.
Oh, some theories.
We don't know for sure.
Have you gotten out the calipers?
I don't need calipers, motherfucker. For instance, fucking Captain Headshot over there is definitely Somali. You know when you used to get cheat
We looked
codes?
it up. I thought he wasn't. What is it again? Omar Fateh. Hang on.
Fucking goddamn, Bill. If I was like halfway asleep before, I'm fucking awake now. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, goddamn.
Fateh is the first Somali American and Muslim
There
to
you
serve
go.
in Minnesota Senate.
I mean, he looks like the
Do
most
not
Somalian person I've ever
fucking
seen.
at
But
me.
Well, no, I mean seriously, but like, I just double checking. Just want to make sure that after that
No, I'm
absolute
sorry,
win scene you gave him,
I
you
don't,
didn't.
I don't want to fucking hear about
his
the fucking
ethnicity
this
wrong.
motherfucker who's the captain now. I don't want to
He
hear a
really
goddamn word about fucking big head mode buckwheat over here. And it's motherfucker's built like a gene stealer hybrid.
Sorry, this is the genie if you stole a 40. That was fucking. God, that
No,
was.
it's amazing.
Oh, man.
Well, since we're, I was going to talk about U.S. politics some more, but let's not. Let's talk about more of the funnier stuff. Since we're on this mode, let's just keep on going and see what happens until we get in trouble. Which is
Click your ruby Timberlands together and say there's no place like home. Now fuck off there.
Wait a minute. So okay. Oh wait, this is actually the second one. 1 second. Put him in reverse.
Oh yeah,
order.
here we go. Oh god, this fucking shit, man. I'm gonna need a run up. I need more substances.
Do you? All right, 1 moment. Here we go.
What do you reckon, folks? Should I take the weighted clothing off?
What are you gonna do? Okay, so.
To be fair to my brother,
right?
who I
This
love
is the
my
video?
brother dearly, we never saw eye to eye for the longest time.
Oh, do I
But-
not have the
My brother was a bit of a fucking
video?
rampager back in the day. This is
Here it is. Oh, sorry, it wasn't this post. I just didn't click on it. Oops. Okay, so this happened in Florida.
Hang on, before we continue, I've got a question from Killer Zed. Bill has more in common with the Libra scope ability in FF than people. What does he mean? What does he mean by this?
Also, yeah.
I am a Libra, but if that helps. But
Michael the Dober Dad now says for $5 says thank you for almost killing me on my motorcycle, Bill. Or did you already read that?
nearly got one.
You nearly got one. What are you trying
Well, I
to
said
do?
this. I'll stop when I kill someone. Yeah.
The most disturbing thing about the
Almost.
comment is the fact that there's 11 likes on it. It's kind of fucked
Okay.
up.
It is. All right. So this guy, this is an interesting little story. Please, sir, help. I'm fucking Indian. That he had a real, please, sir, help me. I'm fucking Indian. I'm fucking Indian. I'm fucking Indian. Help me, sir. Please help me. And
Finally,
got people killed.
we found them. Indian Kino Casino.
yeah, it got people killed though. This particular unbelievable fucking act.
Perhaps the most aggressively
incompetence.
illegal U-turn in
that's
all
ever been made.
in literal all
Yeah.
of.
Can
like,
we? You don't see anything in the
Like
video because
history.
it's just the inside of the cab. But so what is happening here? As you can see, he is trying to make a U-turn on
on the
a
highway
2-lane highway.
at 70 miles, which
At
is a minimum
70
70 miles an hour.
Yeah, in Florida. This is a 70-mile-an-hour highway. He decides to make a U-turn in the middle of the fucking highway. No, it's more than two. This is like a 4-lane.
across a 4-lane highway.
Is it? No.
Is it two or four?
It's
fucking.
yeah.
It's way too fucking narrow to have pulled this off even at
Yeah.
slow speeds with no one there, and he pulled it in the middle of full 70 mile an hour traffic.
Yeah. Like, you could maybe do this, fine, without
If you
thinking
did
too
this
much about it.
At this speed, in order for this U-turn to be successful,
Yeah.
he would have had to drive through his own jackknife trailer.
Yeah.
This is physical, it was obvious, and it is physically impossible that anyone with fucking eyeballs. And this cocksucker friend won't even put his fucking phone down.
Yeah. Of course not. So, oh, is it in this post as well? Oh no, just pulled up the extra one. Okay, so federal investigators administered an English language proficiency assessment to the driver of the semi who killed 3 people in Florida. He provided correct responses to just 2 of 12 verbal questions and only accurately identified 1 out of 4 highway traffic signs. So this guy is illiterate, apparently.
And only recognised 2
And-
out
and-
of 12. Sorry,
well, and that's the verbal questions.
question.
But he can't even recognize the signs.
As someone pointed out, Indians don't understand angles. Remember the 90-degree bridge.
Right. So, illegal U-turn truck driver arrested for vehicular homicide. So, on August 12th, state troopers respond to a crash on Florida's Turnpike. The crash involved a minivan and a commercial semi-truck and trailer. Based on our initial but ongoing criminal investigation, it is evident the driver of the commercial semi-truck recklessly and without regard for the safety of others attempted to execute a U-turn utilizing an unauthorized location as a result of his actions. Like, for trucks, that's why they have their own turn-off points if they need to turn around or if they need to get off because they're going too fast or whatever. Because if you're going down a mountain in a semi, you have to be able to pull off sometimes if you're going too fast.
How the fuck are you driving this kind of vehicle illegally?
Oh, yeah. He entered the U.S. illegally, but was still able to get a driver's license in California.
Despite
he's going to be deported for this, but, you know, like, he's already killed people. Is it 2 or 3?
3 people he killed.
3. Because I think the early reports said 2. Whatever.
Died.
Even though he entered the country illegally, he doesn't speak English, he can't read road signs. They gave him a driver's license. And now he's killing people.
How could he have actually...
How could he have passed the test?
How could he pass the test? He can't even write his own fucking name.
Apparently. Yeah, I guess women aren't the worst drivers, as Rap Bartholomew Cheesington for 2 says.
I'll give women's personhood before I give this one personhood.
Oof. Dean's for 2 says India super poor by 2030, sir.
They've been super poor for fucking years now.
Sure have.
Centuries, even.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I remind you, this is a country that could send 200 million people to every single country on Earth and still have over 1 billion people left over.
Yeah.
That should terrify you. That should keep you up at night. They could completely upturn the population of your country and not even feel it.
Speaking of Indians, it won't seem necessarily evident immediately, but Gavin Newsom is owning the MAGAs. How far can he take it? Asks CNN Politics. Well, there is this thing that's been going on with Gavin Newsom that is called, or that's being called dark woke, right?
God.
James Lindsay is on suicide watch again.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
No, it's being used as a positive, essentially. It's a play on the dark Brandon thing, which is being based to attract regular people towards leftism. That's what they're calling. So basically, they're going. If I'm understanding this correctly, because I really don't totally understand what this is, if I'm being honest, is that look at JD Vance. He's a pathetic, weak beta male because he's married to a Indian woman, and look at how un-American he is. But then look at the leftoid family of Gavin Newsom and his wife and all of their 4 white children. So basically, doing all of the woke shit, right, and doing the James Lindsay thing.
Identity politics.
I don't know if any of this is ironic or if it is sincere. I don't mind if it is sincere just to say fuck you to James Lindsay and be this way and be like, JD, you're not hitting your racial quotas with your wife. She's a few shades too dark, JD. If that's what it's about, I mean, I don't really mind, but that's the ironic support for Gavin Newsom's family over JD Vance. Or for Gavin Newsom over JD Vance because, well, look at Gavin Newsom and his beautiful white family. That's the meme here, right? However,
having the dog be Aryan's a bit much.
Yeah.
Even I think that's a bit over.
So you're getting the which way Americans thing. So he's not him saying he's owning the MAGAs is them not getting the fucking joke. Their whole joke here, the point of this dark woke thing, is look at how the woke people, look at someone like Gavin Newsom at least, is not practicing what he preaches. But cringe, gay, JD Vance is. I know they both suck, but I don't think that's actually the point. It's just it's more making fun of JD Vance than anything. But CNN has portrayed this as owning the MAGAs. they're making fun of all of you. Just like to be clear, like it's just a joke. Don't take it too seriously. But of course CNN has. So for months the Democrat Party's been a massive power vacuum. Or massive vacuum. It's a power vacuum, but sure. It's basically been crying out for someone to go toe-to-toe with MAGA and Trump and rescue it from its post-2024 funk. Democratic motivation to participate in midterms has been off the charts, but leaders who were able to seize on that have been all but absent until Gavin Newsom. Look, we get it, right? They think this joke that is happening with Gavin Newsom's family being white, and Aryan white at that, and pretending that Gavin Newsom is based and saying that he's based because they are implying that he is a white identitarian by this, and therefore he is based, is not supportive of, over JD Vance, is not supportive of Gavin Newsom. It's a fucking joke.
I think you might take a bit of a notice who his wife is.
Well, we could talk about that really quickly, though. If it's not a joke, I thought it was a joke, because it is a very funny joke, particularly to watch them react like this. However, just be aware about who Gavin Newsom... If for some reason you do think he's more based... By the way, there is a third option. Neither are based.
Yeah. If anyone who wants to be in power shouldn't be. Good rule of thumb.
Yeah,
At least
neither are based. That's the reality. Neither are based. Jennifer Seibel Newsom testifies at Los Angeles rape trial of Harvey Weinstein and claims that she had sex with him. It's part of this. Now, that she was raped by him, to be fair.
This does boil down
to Gavin
to
Newsom's wife had sex with Harvey Weinstein.
This all boils down to how you feel about the Weinstein cases. Were they actresses who were prostituting themselves, or were they actually taken advantage of and raped? That is entirely up to interpretation as far as anyone's concerned, pretty much. However, one should not try and play the look at his bitch type talk when yours has been when it comes to this kind of shit. I mean, what was the headline this went with on Newsom?
It was, he's owning the MAGAs. How far can he take it?
Well, how far could she take it, Chief?
Oof. Oof.
All the way to the bank.
Yeah. He's a riddle for Democrats. Shows
he's a fucking
kind of
riddler for Democrats.
A real and rare political talent. Like, this is a hideous puff.
No, he's not. He's a Patrick Bateman cosplayer. There's a million other fucking yuppies like this, and they're all just as much blow as he is.
So, what do they say? You can own the MAGAs too. You just own the libs.
I need to just make you all be aware of something. Women vote.
Whoa. Did Spoon just robot the fuck out for you as well?
Yeah, it's a bit of a... It's moved out now. Say it again, mate.
No.
Just refuses to reiterate. There you go. Oh, I thought you said no, not moo, okay?
No, I said moo.
Yeah, it's better now. No, I thought you said... It's like, could you reiterate?
I had no as well.
No.
No. No!
What were you saying about?
No, just be aware, if you think Gavin Newsom has no shot, women vote.
Oh, I know. I'm not saying Gavin Newsom has no shot. I'm saying that this is clearly them making fun of him.
Overwhelmingly
or making fun of JD Vance.
Because he's good looking and nothing else, literally.
Right.
You have no idea how fucking retarded women are in the United States. It's not even funny.
Well, looks like Obama scraped the boot polish off and he's going to run for term 3.
Right. As Gavin Newsom, or Gavin Newsom's wife, actually, is the question. That was it. Okay. All right. The last topic is slop, lovely slop, lovely slop. Now,
bingo in every direction at once. We're in endless hell of our indoor creation.
Okay. I have to use the restroom real quick. This is a perfect time to put on Andrew's video here for a minute. It should be fine at regular speed. He goes through, this is his fast facts. It's a short video. I don't think he will mind if I put it on for a second, but because I don't have to watch the other up anymore. So anyway, I'll be right back. Or should I wait to play it? I just have to go to the bathroom real quick. Yeah, I'm just gonna do. I don't think Andrew will mind. I don't think so. Sorry, Andrew.
Let's run.
I'm gonna watch this stream.
Sorry, this is true. It's atrocious.
Hassan Piker guilty of making a terroristic threat against
Yes.
podcast
And
Ethan Klein's wife, Gila Klein. We'll talk about today on The Legal Mindset. We'll teach you to be your own judge. Of course, I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney, commenting on the latest in legal news. And of course, this is the facts version, the quick and dirty version of the latest in legal news. And if you like the format and like the topic, please let me know in the comments below and like the video. So today we're getting into yet another comment by one Hassan Piker, who has made it.
Legal Mindset always has a smile on his face, like he's just taking an upper decker in someone's lavatory.
Draw the line, really are dancing on the line between.
He's always got a mischievous smile.
Illegality, and this is something he's become very, very adept at just dancing across this line. So today we're going to get into a particular instance.
He's not become adept at. He just a bunch of lackeys that fucking keep him safe.
Podcaster Ethan Klein.
Sorry about that. Got it. I saw you guys were enjoying the intro and had not apparently seen it before.
It looks like a parody of an intro, really does.
Oh, I love it. You should never change it. It's so good.
He's literally in the thinker pose. It looks like it looks like he's about to be used to a murderer and a fucking Ace Attorney character.
Okay. So is Hassan Piker guilty of a terroristic threat? Yeah.
Yes. Done.
Well,
done.
no, he's gonna say maybe, probably, actually not. But here you go.
A quote-unquote valid military target. Now, whether or not this is illegal really dances on the fact and the context of how he intended that. So we're going to talk about the two different intentions that he could have had, one of which is likely criminal and one of which is likely not criminal. So we're going to get into that today. So let me get into this video and the reaction from some people, such as Asmongold here, to the deeming of Gila Klein, once again, wife of podcaster Ethan Klein, as a valid military target. So let's get into this reaction.
Now, we could watch it via Asmongold reacting to it, and that would be fine. But instead, it has been animated by Lazy Shell, so I thought we would instead watch the Lazy Shell animation. Okay, just move over here. Watch the more fun version, the more accurate version, because actually Hassan has been complaining about people using this low res version of his video to react to. So we're going to use the high res one. This is what he said on stream. Now, by the way, just to be clear about this, Twitch has reviewed this and said he did nothing wrong.
Every type
Finally,
of
retarded Xerxes.
What?
Retarded Xerxes.
Yeah, the retarded Xerxes. Yes. And somehow even gayer.
both the settlers and also the Israeli occupying force in the West Bank. Doesn't matter if it's your favorite podcasters like Wife that participate in these raids.
Stop it.
Doesn't matter if it's your favorite podcaster's wife who participated in these raids, this military action.
Get some help.
Yeah, no shit, you fucking moron. The Palestinians engaging in an act of resistance against this illegal occupying force is literally legal, definitionally legal. Okay? It's just the truth.
Is it?
He seems like a nice guy.
A few moments later.
Okay, dude. This is literally girl bossing genocide defense. It is what it is, I guess.
Okay, so here's what he said, just to be clear. We could go over it and watch it here as well, because Asmongold does have the, like, obvious question that occurs, so it's worth watching this as well.
Action. So you can kind
just
of
in context.
Perspectives, the Hassan perspective and the
as Andrew says, yeah.
Perspective.
If it's your favorite podcasters like Wife that participate in these raids, the violence that the Palestinians engage in an act of resistance against this illegal occupying force is literally legal, definitionally legal. Okay? It's just the truth. And
no, it's not. If somebody attacks Gila Klein, they're gonna go to jail. Why is he telling people this?
I mean, just to understand again what he's saying here, to reiterate like a third time, if Gila Klein has served in the IDF, or anyone who serves in the IDF, is a valid military target, that means you can kill them, and as he's going to say, not just can kill them, but morally and legally you are allowed to kill them. So not only is it morally righteous, but you can do it legally, and you won't get in trouble if you kill someone because they served in the IDF. Look, we're,
my piece on the topic.
although we are the biggest fans of the State of Israel here, of course, biggest number one fans of the state of Israel. We would never criticize the state of Israel on this podcast.
I'm doing my bit to help. I'm making a list of Israeli-owned companies in my area.
Are you?
should
Oh,
do the
that's
same.
sweet. That's how kind of you. Look,
Every
this is
little
clearly, in my opinion, it's a clear incitement to violence of telling his absolutely brain-dead dipshit fans, you are actually legally allowed to go kill somebody because she was a secretary in their military 20 years ago.
Well, here's the question.
This happens to be one of my ops, by the way.
If it's morally, if you're not just morally, but legally
Based.
allowed to kill someone for being a part of a military organization as a clerical staff, as I've mentioned, then he should drop all of his complaints against Sam Hyde.
Yeah.
And he should break bread with them. Because morally, he should be supporting Sam Hyde, murdering him in his house with boxing gloves.
Exactly. Because he is funded. Well,
yes.
Hassan is funded by a government. Which government it is, I'm not entirely sure. But
Throw dart.
Let's be real.
Well,
just
at this
say
point in
that.
time, I'd probably say Australia.
I reckon who do you reckon? You reckon Australia? I want Djibouti.
What do you mean? I read on Doom's tweet earlier.
No,
on this exact
stop
topic.
being a pussy. Pick a country that you think is backing him. I'm going with Djibouti. He's going with Australia. What's yours?
Israel.
So we've got to go for the less interesting. This is it. It's like
Why not?
really always
He
picking,
is the
picking the boss character.
This guy is the best. He is the best pro-Israel propaganda I've ever seen.
With the exact same problem we used to play Soul Calibur with her. As soon as it's
That's
time to pick
why
characters.
he's great pro-Israeli propaganda, because he makes people sympathetic towards Israelis.
Always picking the boss character.
Yes, he does. You not see me being sympathetic towards Ethan and Neela Klein to the extent that I have been. Now, I'm sympathetic to them because I used to find their content funny. But if he's not being directly funded, he's being indirectly funded, in my opinion. Obviously that is just an opinion, but is it not?
Good old Djibouti.
Is it not in every, not just Israel's, but every Jewish person who is being targeted by a lot of left people right now with a lot of hatred? I mean, and that's just, they're not very popular in lefty circles with all their free Palestine shit. Is this not the absolute best propaganda that is pro-Israel you could possibly make?
It just makes me hate everyone.
I mean, it makes me hate everyone too.
We were doing that anyway. Stop being a bunch of fannies about it.
Yeah, I mean, where did I?
Shit, my fucking browser crashed.
Was I talking to you earlier, Bill? And I just said, God, I hate everybody. Something like that. Yeah, it was. It was like today.
I say that every day.
Yeah, gosh, I just hate everyone.
Yeah. God, I hate everyone.
Why would he be set? What is wrong with you?
Except you all, of course. You're my besties. And the chat. We're all cool here. This is the Cool Kids Club.
You.
So and he later goes on to talk about the Twitch terms of service and also talk about potentially referring to this to the FBI. So the kind of conflict here is people look at this and say, is this a criminal statement? Is this some sort of threat? Like, where's this going? And so I cooked up, of course, a lovely PowerPoint for you guys to talk about Hassan's Gila threat and whether or not this is criminal or not. Of course. In the past, Hassan has made edgy statements. He's brought people on the podcast on his
Houthi Chalamet.
Questionable. We have, of course, here, as we call him, Timothy Chalamet.
Oh, I forgot he said it. Damn it.
Wannabe Luffy over here, a guy who...
Look, I watched this 2 days ago, so it's not exactly fresh in my mind. Sorry for just saying the same shit, making the same jokes.
May or may not be affiliated with a designated terrorism group. Certainly he cosplays and dresses up like he is, but perhaps he's denied he is part of it, etc. But one way or another...
Who cares? Nobody. It's just fun. That's it. It's not, this is TMZ shit.
You were just putting this on to complete the bingo, Kerr.
Yes, I was. It was to be fair, it was in the notes anyway. I wanted to just talk about it a little bit because I like me some slop. Everyone likes a little bit of slop. Humans like slop. Brother, I require oats, okay?
Hassan is no stranger to having people on his podcast that at least represent in their external image or project an image of being aligned with a Western designated, rather globally designated
And I didn't have any fun iDubbbz content this week. He's done a little bit of spurging, but it's not been anywhere near as fun as the last one.
Well, that's an oxymoron of a phrase.
Well, it's fun for me. Yeah, it's all. I mean, he's brain broken. Oh, he was playing GeoGuessr, and what was his complaint about the GeoGuessr? He said he was like training with flashcards. He said he was using flashcards to try and train to be better at GeoGuessr.
Developed countries have designated these individuals as terrorists. So he's certainly gone there in the past, and currently this argument related to Gila Klein really centers over what tense they were using. So let's talk about that. Designating Gila as a valid military target. So he described the wife of Ethan Klein, Gila Klein, as a valid military target, which implies.
Look, there's no question about who he was talking about. That's
military target means,
obvious.
he said,
He mentions her explicitly later in the clip too, in that segment. So that's not up for debate.
Force against them, and in the larger clip, the broader clip, he mentions use of force not just by militaries, right, but by terrorist groups. So he said the terrorist groups, and he lists off a whole bucket list of terrorist groups or designated terrorist groups, etc., and says any of those people targeting this person would be a valid military target. Now, the problem
speed up a
here is
little
that
bit.
Gila Klein, the wife of Ethan Klein, became a U.S. citizen in 2019. There was a very public naturalization process, which was put on YouTube. It's plastered everywhere. You can find out that she became.
I think we got it. Whatever. Unless you, I don't want to also steal Andrew's video. Basically, what he says is that Hassan may be guilty of something here. However, it depends on these determinations of, is he saying someone like Hila? Is he saying it's someone who, that in the past, this part, of course, in the past, you see chubby little Hassan as a teenager here. Look, I normally would say it's not appropriate to laugh at a teenager for looking awkward, but I think we can, given who Hassan is now and how vainglorious he is, I believe we should be able to laugh. Yeah, we should be able to laugh
Did you see the
as a kid.
GQ magazine?
Yeah, we talked about it last week.
Did we?
Like how he went from having a really oversized head to a really tiny head.
Yeah, how do you think that happened? It's called
Trend.
fucking roids, yeah.
He paid for that fucking article to admit to the world he was on finasteride and
that he takes finasteride and minoxidil.
Now, I'm a balding racist, but even you could not get that shit out of me without a blowtorch.
Well, you're not, to be fair.
Because my shit ain't hereditary. My shit's stress related.
So I don't know, why would you do that? Admit to the whole world that that you've got finny rage and are on minoxidil, and that you are bald. He's bald! He's gay, apparently, according to GQ. Anyway, what this comes down to legalistically is, was he referring to Hila in the past tense, or was he referring to Hila in the present tense? Because Hila is a naturalized and legal full U.S. citizen. She served in the IDF 20 years ago. So for him to say that shit of, well, they're all not just ethically moral targets for violence, they are legally moral targets for violence, is insane. So Twitch looked over this, by the way, decided that Hassan had done absolutely nothing wrong. This was completely fine. Hassan has also responded, and I think Hassan is genuinely tilted after that GQ article. I think that seriously damaged his HB, because he has been low energy for the last week or so consistently.
Looking proud, a little bit depressed, but still proud. Full head of hair. One day we'll find out whose it is.
Right, whose is it? This guy's from Turkey, the home of the hair system.
Someone's telling them they can still look without a sledgehammer these days.
I love that the lefties are now turning on him, more so than they already had, by claiming that he's a Turkish nationalist.
Yeah, everyone's favorite Turkish nationalist.
All forms of nationalism are evil, of course. So,
imagine just spending all that money and all that effort.
And he doesn't like the Kurds.
And
so
what has he managed to do? He's managed to amass an empire of retardation and look like Shin-chan's dad.
Yeah.
That's all he managed.
Bro, it's awful. So here's some of his pathetic response.
Honor.
Honor and a penis.
If you don't know that skit, you should go watch it. It's really funny.
It is crazy.
It is what it is, I guess.
Oh, you are running out of it is what it is. Do you wish to continue, sir? I think you're running out of it is what it is.
Resistance against this illegal occupying force is literally legal definition.
Sorry, I hate when you have to do this with these clips. It's always clips within clips within clips.
Legal. Okay? It's just the truth. And
No, it's not. If somebody attacks Hila Klein, they're gonna go to jail.
yeah, no shit, you fucking moron. I'm talking about in her participation in an illegal raid in the West Bank.
She was a secretary. Apparently she was like a ride on one of these raids, but it doesn't really matter. It really sounds like in that clip that you are saying Hila Klein today is a valid military target, which is incitement to violence, in my opinion.
And also, it's giving legal advice you're not fucking qualified.
Yes, and
for.
he's giving legal advice. That alone is potentially a crime. To have given legal advice, saying, no, it's totally legal, bro.
He is liable. It's still liability because he's saying it is legal to do this and morally okay to do this.
It is morally and legally okay to kill someone if they served in the IDF. Now, I'm not going to give my opinions on the IDF. I'm just going to talk about what the fucking law is. And in terms of whether or not that was incitement to violence.
I'm just going to put
Twitch
this picture
so.
of Shin-Chan's dad right here, where it can be seen, and I'll leave it at that.
No.
No, it's not. Yeah, of course if someone were to attack Hila Klein right now, of course they should go to jail. What kind of fucking idiocy is?
I feel like he had a hard time saying that. It was just me. I feel like.
No, so he didn't say it was wrong. He just said they'd go to jail.
They should go to they should go to jail is what he said, which is more than I think what he means is they would go to jail.
Oh my god.
But it's worth it, isn't it, Hassan?
Why is he telling people this?
Because he's Hassan.
Because he wants someone to kill Hila Klein. It's obvious. Because they are a thorn in his side. Many such cases with such peoples. However, Hassan deserves all of it. Look, I'll make my stance on this clear. They went after Ethan Klein's family.
That's fucked up.
Using the CPS. That drew a line in the sand for me as to where I stand on this little internet beef, which is a microcosmic exemplar bill of
disappear up your own ass.
The whole Israeli-Palestine conflict. In this particular case, my politics don't enter into it. He encouraged people and associates himself with people who called CPS on Ethan Klein's family erroneously. For that reason, I am riding till death with Lex Luthor, okay? On this issue, at least.
Okay, imagine, I would say this, I wouldn't want to be either party and hear that. Like, here's the entirety of your history together summed up by this slap fight between two retards.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Oh, look, he's annoyed. He's face palming.
Do you think he'll get banned for this?
No, and he didn't.
At this point, I don't think.
Not only did he not get banned, Twitch came out and said he did nothing wrong.
I think that Twitch just doesn't care.
This means that despite being told that he was giving this as legal advice, they upheld it. Ergo, Twitch is legally culpable.
Good. Nothing will happen, of course. Hassan is, again, the greatest, the most powerful Israel shill that exists on this planet right now.
The fucking Teflon Turk roach.
It's not even very ingenious. It's just mildly clever, which is on, point and typical for political ops like this. Just make the most hateable human being ever and have him support something. And watch.
I think that...
Oh, and artificially inflate now here his popularity. So to make it look as if everyone agrees with them. And people are then thereby pressured to agree with them because they think, oh, I don't want to be outcast. I don't want to be outgroup. This is what the left believes, right? They all agree with this guy, so I have to agree with him.
Who's going to break it to Hassan that about 40% of his viewer base are like middle-aged women, either Mossad or middle-aged women who play his videos with the sound off?
Oh, he knows the latter. He loves that. He probably knows the former as well.
Twitch is... They're so ideologically
Who's he had sex with more? The answer may surprise you.
Yeah, Twitch is so woke. That's why they fucking never ban your bitch ass, dude.
They have banned Asmongold multiple times. Yeah.
Never been you, no. I mean, for more than
They have
hours.
they've banned him, but they've banned Asmongold for significant periods. I don't think Hassan has ever caught in more than a day. I think Asmon got a week.
Just I don't know if they're actually intentionally obtuse or they're this stupid.
It is hard to tell, isn't it, Hassan?
Sound like you got a sore throat there, Chief. Busy night?
Mm-hmm.
Hassan, he's not misreading you by mistake. He's moving the conversation to something that makes you look bad. Yeah, of course. I know. I understand.
Okay, loser.
Or maybe he's that stupid. I don't know.
Maybe you are that stupid. No, I don't think... I mean, I think he is that stupid. That's his point. That's his whole purpose, is to be stupid and not be aware of what he is actually doing. It's a minstrel show. Yes, and now what he's doing is he's gonna sue Ethan Klein. Ethan Klein is not suing Hassan. I think he was trying to build a case to sue Hassan. Or more specifically, to sue Twitch, which would, if he sues Twitch and wins, effectively he sues Hassan.
Well,
because Hassan is a Twitch creature.
What is easier, build a case to sue Twitch and Hassan, or wait till Hassan fucking tries to sue you and just counter-sue?
I hate it too, Cubics.
The counter-sue is so much easier.
Yeah, so... But here's the thing. So here's his now threat. We'll see if he pursues it, to sue Ethan Klein back.
Evenly applied. Don't you think that spending the last year calling me a fucking dangerous Hamas mouthpiece, a Hamas terrorist, actively demanding that people...
Actually, Ethan's never said any of that, Hassan. Ethan has said that you are a terrorist supporter, that you support terrorists, which you do demonstrably. And I'm sorry, this is just retarded. Why would you go after a Jew in lawfare? It's a bad move.
People take action against me would put you directly in harm's way for legal repercussions. You spent the past 22 months of genocide actively...
The last 22 months of genocide. The degree to which this piece of shit hides behind the repulsive, repugnant actions of the Israeli government is sickening. But again, remember, he's on the payroll as well. In my opinion, at least.
All of them. Hamas founded by Mossad.
Yes.
ISIS by
This is a whole
by
fucking
Mossad.
show. This is a
Houthis
whole
founded by
show.
Mossad.
Yes, this is a massive fucking show put on by Mossad.
Making a villain out of anyone and everyone, firing off hundreds of Instagram stories, so much so that you couldn't even fucking imagine yourself. You couldn't believe the amount of Instagram stories you'd posted before this fucking debate. You thought it was a lie when I brought up the receipts. You couldn't believe it.
What
and then
receipts?
you turned around and fired off 10 plus stories every fucking day.
He is so tilted. I love it.
To this day.
Like, look how low energy is. It's great. His sitting at 1 pixel, bro.
What do you think? Spreading misinformation about me, constantly fucking clipping me out of context.
Oh, this is his other thing, is that he's crying that he is being clipped out of context all the time, and oh, everyone is so mean to me. They just keep... Oh no, excuse me, what he specifically said is, they keep posting my clips. They're not allowed to post my clips. As in, you can't show the things that he has said because that's propaganda. It is propaganda to just post clips of things he has said.
Regularly demanding that, like, people take action.
This little worm is just struggling against his betters. He doesn't even know he works for, probably.
You're doing. You know exactly what the fuck you're doing. Okay? The notion that, like, I was invoking your wife that you also openly recognize participated in an illegal raid in the West Bank as a part of the occupying forces.
Okay, don't pay your taxes, Hassan. There you go. Tell the U.S. government I will not pay my taxes because I do not support the state of Israel, and money from the U.S. goes to the state of Israel, so I will not pay my taxes. I will ethically decline. Throw me in prison. Fine the shit out of me.
Well, he won't say that for the simple reason it'll draw attention to the fact that he already isn't.
Well, no shit, right?
But
that's the truth.
It's probably sat in Delaware as part of a fucking trust fund, or it's offshore somewhere in, like, fucking Switzerland or in Guernsey.
Whatever else you make about Ela Klein, she was 18 when she was in the IDF, and was forced to serve. She served as a secretary. That's not a choice for Israelis. They have to, or they go to jail. She's lived in the U.S. for 20 years. So, you know, I don't care about the stupid shit lefties argue with each other about. But if the whole point of what, from the lefty perspective, Jews in Israel are supposed to do, which is denounce Israel, leave Israel, get out of there, Eli Klein did the thing that they ask. And here he is saying the same shit. I don't really care about that aspect of it, because, again, I think this is all a big show. But I do like the show.
Here's a question.
Entertaining.
Here's a good question. What would Israel do if a person fled the country as opposed to serve? Would they organize to try and get that person extradited back?
Probably not.
Oh, probably.
But she was 18. That's the whole point. You know,
wouldn't be in a financial means to get out of the country.
Yeah.
That did a war crime for any reason other than the fact that she did do that is ridiculous. Okay?
Yeah. So he's probably going to try to sue Ethan, or at least he's threatening to. He probably won't do it in actuality. But the fun part is he's now getting banned from parties. I think that this little dude's time of usefulness is going to continue for a while, but it is getting to, because the effect has taken place. Massive increased support for the Kleins, and by extension, for Israel, because of this freak. This idiot who is being puppeteered. I may or may not know it. I can't say to that part. I don't want to be solipsistic about it. But he's been banned from his friend's party that was hosted or funded or whatever, sponsored by AT&T, because he's considered a brand risk at this point, which of course he is. But, yeah.
Why aren't you doing the streamer games? AT&T is part of the sponsors, and AT&T doesn't fuck with me.
Oh, what could...
What it is.
It is what it is. I couldn't have done anything wrong, of course. Whatever. I like to follow some of this weirdness. We actually kind of finish up. That's the last thing I have on my my list here. So, my other suggestion here is that in half an hour, I'm going to be premiering my video. I got it in the pinned chat. I will link, or in the pinned comment. I'll link it again here. It's a fun little romp, I'd say. This video, I tried to make it kind of the antithesis in many ways of the Raoult video, even though I found it through that. Patchouli for 5 says, what makes it worse is he was maybe 10 miles from the rest stop where he could have turned around without removing people from the census. Oh, the guy in, I think that guy was a Sikh, the truck driver, who can't speak English or read road signs. Anywho, thank you guys so much for stopping by. This will be a chance for me to cool off for about like 5 minutes and try to reduce my extreme energy from drinking a Monster, which I can't do apparently. But if you would like something more to entertain you, I have a cool video. It's about an hour and a half long. Not quite hour and like 27 minutes, but close to it. On a really bizarre case of a doctor who, a pediatrician specifically, who published a bunch of papers in a journal that is devoted to pediatrics. It is a medical journal, Early Human Development, about Star Trek. They are his fan blog posts. Yes, it was White Monster. Fan blog posts about Star Trek. It is one of the most bizarre scientific scandals I've ever come across. Just really, really strange shit. Oh, perfect. Arden, if you stop by, yeah, then we can link actually from that video premiere into your stream. So
have we got anything to shill this week? Are we still on for the teas as well?
Yes. For the end of the month here, absolutely. Real quick before we head out,
I've got some shilling of my own to do this week. Actually.
You have shill. Oh right, yes. Bill does have a shill before we head out. Bill, you go ahead while I get those.
Okay. This weekend on Sunday evening, over on Geeks and Gamers Tabletop, I will be returning to their channel to take part in a series by the name of, and I'll double check to make sure I get this correct. I'm going to let my folks over at Moonskull Death Rattle. It is a Savage Worlds Deadlands campaign. It'll be character creation this weekend, and I'm not sure what time it is. Like Eastern Standard or what have you. But
we'll be on G&G Tabletop because they haven't posted in a while. Are you sure?
I think they might just be on Moonskull then.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Is it just Moonskull?
Yeah.
I forgot they moved all their stuff over there.
Oh, yeah. Was it 2 words?
There we go. I will be on Moonskull. I didn't. God, you can tell I'm great at this. Yeah, there we go. Death Rattle.
Here we go. Right. Yeah, this is the stream over here.
Wait.
2 over. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, because they've always got tons of games over here.
Yep.
My bad. So and they do these very early. So here I'll post this in the chat as well. This is I will not be on this campaign, but Bill will.
Yeah, this is a weird one to find out about. Back in...
Yeah. So and by the way, yeah, we've played games with these people before. It's Erudite. Wait, Erudite's not DMing, is he?
Erudite's not DMing this one. This one's Scott, but Erudite was the one who called me up and said, like, you want to be on this. So yeah, so here we are.
Yeah.
I will be playing my character, who is a half native, like a Native American of descent from the Leif Erikson campaign, Scandinavians, and himself a massive racist.
I mean, many such cases.
And phrenologist. I'm definitely not pulling from personal expertise.
And then the other shill, so definitely go check that out if you want to see more from Bill, which will be fun to see where that goes. And then again, if you are interested in getting some tea or coffee or soaps, there's still this cool little plan for the month of August that Dragon's Treasure Tea is running, where if they reach a certain threshold, which I believe was $25,000 for the month, he's going to donate a bunch of money to a Buddhist temple that was destroyed during the Texas hurricanes last year. So if you, and again, we always talk about Dragon's Treasure. They're great. It's a great company. These are actually high quality teas. He has sent them to me. We can legitimately attest to the quality of these teas. They are delicious. That's not some fucking corpo speak. I would just tell you if I didn't think it was that great, I wouldn't support it.
I would never endorse tea that I wouldn't glaze to the high heaven.
He's almost an Englishman or adjacent to one, so of course you understand the importance of this.
Very careful with yourself there.
I know. Anywho, with that all said, go check out Dragon's Treasure Tea. Very, very good products. Check out Bill over on Moonskull. And Spoon, do you got anything?
I'm doing a video tomorrow where I make fun of James Lindsay using academic agent in Sargon.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
For some bizarre reason, I don't know why, but James Lindsay is pinching like posts from Sargon that's like 2 and 6 months old. Like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, I know. I saw that. Yeah.
Like you,
Arden. I know you probably headed out. They have coffee as well, not just tea.
Yeah, oh yeah, and I want to do a video dunking on Razorfist because if that stupid motherfucker says one more thing about monarchy, I'm gonna kick his ass.
It is very gay.
Yes.
To be fair.
And also, this is the dumbest thing that he said. He thinks that the left and right divide in Europe is communism and fascism, and in the American mind, it is still Hamilton and Jefferson. First of all, Hamilton is the right-wing one. Secondly, America is not the same country as it was in the 1780s as it is now. In case that isn't massively obvious, like America was not the world hegemon in 1780. In case that wasn't obvious. So why the fucking hell you think either of those two names has any relevance in today's modern society? God only fucking knows, Razor. I don't know why he thinks that insane shit. It's batshit wacky. It's just fucking crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
How could you apply that retroactively?
I have no idea, bizarre. And also considering this is the man who constantly screams about communism in every single fucking video and who thinks the Chi-Coms are responsible for everything bad, it's kind of bizarre to me.
Everything's the Chi-Coms. It's all the Chi-Coms. Yeah, it's a lot of that. It's very frustrating.
It's kind of weird to say, hello, the Cold War? What? Fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Very strange.
Anywho, I think we'll head over then. If you'd like to, again, the video here that I have in the pinned comment, I'll post it one more time. We'll be starting in about 20 minutes. Whoops. Which is my hour and a half long video about a really weird Star Trek thing that happened. Again,
even
pediatrician publishing in a pediatrics journal about Star Trek. I don't even know what happened. I tried to understand what happened. I looked at it from every angle, and I still don't really understand why this happened. So it's very interesting, though, in that sense. Anywho, guys, I'll see you over there in the chat in about 18 minutes. All right. Cheers.